Duquesne Dukes men's basketball team looking to grab a signature win on the season in the Mountain West, taking on the Boise State Broncos. You're here with us late. We appreciate you joining us. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernball, Will McDonald here with you tonight. This should be a fun one. And listen, I'll start with you guys. Duquesne, they need a win like this. They had their quad 2 chance against William and Mary, fell short. Northeastern, their quad 3 game, they weren't able to win. However, hey, they're 6-0 in quad 4 games. What does it take tonight to get a quad 1 victory?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I think we need to just control the foul trouble. At least I noticed in the William and Mary, the Villanova game, we had trouble with we had foul trouble early on. So if we can control that, we need another great game from John Hewley, like we saw in last game against who was it?
Stony Brook.
Against Stony.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think that's a key point. I think that in the Nova game, John Hewley was rattled. I was there, and quite frankly, guys like Terrence Ginyard stepped up, and he's had a couple bad games. However, he's going to look to right the ship tonight. I'm sure we've seen a lot from him that tells you that he can right the ship. But, yeah, absolutely 100%. Spot on. Those guys need to perform in the foul trouble. Yeah. Certainly was a problem against Villanova. Mm-hmm. Cannot be a problem tonight on the road in the Mountain West.
Absolutely not.
No, and I think one of the key things for me, and this was something that kind of worried me going into this contest. I think the biggest thing I want to see Duquesne do is just play better defense. I mean, we've seen Drew Joyce harp on this. We've sat in press conferences and kind of he's really trying to put emphasis on this. And it's funny because I forget the specific website for it, but the stat about the trapezoid.
Oh God!
And you see,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forget it's a mixture of offensive and defensive efficiency. That
Son, dude, I'm still trying to figure out. I'll be honest with you, I don't even have it all together.
And I think one of the key things that's kind of making this important is the fact that they just haven't had they have the success on offense. We've seen it night in night out. This is the best offensive unit we've seen through at least my time, in the 4 years or 5 years I have been living on campus. This is the best offensive unit I have seen without question. And this tonight, I feel like if you're gonna see them have a big win, they gotta bring back that old school defense that they've had working. I think they have the talent to do it. I think they have the scheming to do it. I think it's just a matter of just certain things just haven't meshed well. And I think tonight is going to be that true test of what kind of Duke squad do we have tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the first time that Duquesne and Boise State have played, and Duquesne is not just playing against Boise State on the road in the mountains. They're playing Nevada on Saturday night. I'm going to be home at least by that time, so not here for that. However, we are here tonight. Duquesne, Boise State should be a good one. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get the starters ready for you and come back with, hopefully, through tip-off, you're watching Duquesne basketball here on DSTV. We'll be right back, guys.
Here we go.
All right, welcome back to Duquesne basketball here on DSTV, a little late night edition. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernball, Will McDonald here. And this should be a fun one tonight. Duquesne looking for their first quad one win against the Boise State Broncos. And while we're at it, let's take a little bit around the A10 so far this week, because there certainly have been some interesting score lines and, you know, to that same effect, storylines coming out of it as well. I know last night had some games that we'll get to in a second. However, let's at least very quickly clap our hands because Fordham actually did their job, and they are beating down on Fairleigh Dickinson right now, who's 2-7. Fun fact: they have not won a road game, and that will continue. They're down. Fordham is up.
Who they play last time? I was looking at it like a few days
Fordham,
ago.
right?
Yeah, Fordham.
Yeah, they lost to Holy Cross. They had an
that's right.
They had an 89% chance of winning that game with like 6 seconds left. And they fouled them.
And Holy Cross, that's actually in my neck of the woods. So,
Really?
Yeah. So,
Dude,
Yeah,
I've
but-
always heard. What conference are they in?
They're in
it's,
the
Are they in a
Patriot League,
CAA?
aren't they?
they are in NCAA. I forget what.
Are they in
The
the
Patriot League?
that might actually. That might
Yeah, they're
I
in
actually.
the
remember,
be
the
Patriot
only reason I
League. With
remember is
Bucknell.
'cause I got an email from a guy I was working with last time for like when I was working in Duquesne's Central Connecticut, and they were doing Georgetown Holy Cross for football
Oh, yeah,
at
Fenway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, in your neck of the woods.
They are in the Patriot
From
League.
Boston.
Yeah.
And in other news, this is actually really not good. George Washington is down by 8 to 2-6 Delaware. That is that's very bad for the A10.
That's really bad.
That's not good. But in other solid news, to get back to good news. St. Bonaventure taking care of 6-4. Colgate right now, I'm very high on the Bonnies.
Yeah, can we? I mean,
75 to
give a little
67.
talk about the Bonnies, Jack. Since you had a chance to go down to Florida,
Yeah.
to watch them play again. In that,
Man.
what was the name of that tournament? It was with it was
Fort Myers tip-off.
Fort Myers tip-off with North Carolina, Michigan State, and East Carolina, I believe that was.
Yes, yeah. St. Bonaventure got the chance to play UNC, and for a majority of that, listen, they went down that first half, and I think a lot of us, like, collectively on that media row was just like, oh, boy. However, they sprinted back. That team under Mark Schmidt, they got some fight.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to, remember, UNC's got some huge guys on their team. Caleb Wilson, Henry Vassar, Bogovich. I'm sorry if I botched that name, you know what I mean. And it just some huge dudes. So really, they held their own against them, and I was impressed with Frank Mitchell inside in the paint. He's going to be a beast, and John Hewley and him are going to have 2 battles this year. I'm really excited.
I'm
for
so
that.
glad that I feel like Boise. I feel like Boise. The Bonnies.
Boise.
I was thinking Boise. I was going to say Bonnies. I feel like the Bonnies is like one of
Boise's.
our biggest rivalries within the A10. I honestly believe that.
And I thought that's how I kind of felt that I was going there, and I was kind of like, sleeping with the enemy in a sense, covering St. Bonaventure. But yeah, absolutely. But dude, I swear to God, if Delaware beats George Washington, we're all in trouble. Speaking of trouble, VCU at home is losing by 10 to New Mexico. New Mexico's 7-2. I don't know too much about their record and what they're supposed to be this year. However, there is still 8 minutes left in that game. VCU looking to come back in that one. Jennings.
I know New Mexico is always a tough ass because they've done a good job, especially in the Mountain West. They're always like one of the teams
Yeah.
sitting at the top. Even this year when they lost Donovan Dent to, I believe it was UCLA.
The bad part is that they've been outscored by 15 in the second half.
Yeah.
They were up 46-41 at the end of the first half. They're up being outscored 34-19.
I mean, New Mexico State hasn't had the toughest non-conference, but they do have a win against Mississippi State, which I think is a big one. Their losses were to Nebraska.
Bulldogs.
And New Mexico State, which that one's not great.
Beat Santa Clara, though.
But beat Santa
Beat 'em
Clara,
down
it's a
pretty good.
decent game as well. But the rest of their non-conference has just been kind of a bunch of smaller schools. Quad 4, like a lot of us,
Yeah.
like a lot of bigger schools seem to have it like the start of the year. I'm curious, do you think it's like an interesting thing for like a lot of teams in like say like the top? I take top 10 conferences because I feel like we're around like maybe 8, 9, 7.
In fact, I
somewhere
think
around
we
that
might
range.
be 6 or 7, in my opinion. Don't do it.
You're
Do not do
you're the one- You're the
it.
one who threw the alley oop. But no, I mean, what do you think, Will? I mean, with a lot of teams in like these top 10 conferences like to try and schedule a lot of quad 4 games. What do you think?
You know, I honestly like it as an opportunity. It's honestly just a nice opportunity for these lower conference teams to try to make a name for themselves against, again, like you said, top conference teams such as I guess, Nebraska in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Nebraska's a fun school too. But the Big Ten, I think a lot of their teams are interesting this year. But then I think there's a couple of Big Ten schools that are not good. Penn State, that might come back to bite me, by the way, because I'm going to I'm going to Penn State, Michigan State on Saturday at Bryce Jordan
Penn State's
Center.
first conference game?
Yes, though I could be wrong
open
because
with Michigan State.
I'm not 100% sure. But
That's a rough open.
that is at the very least it's their
flip
first
that
or
for
second
football.
game.
That sounds great. You have that for basketball.
Even if you
It wasn't even that great with football.
I was about to
honest.
say, even if you flip that for football, it's a 6-3 score at the end of the game. That's,
Dude, Penn State was awful this year. Michigan State was awful this year. Villanova lost by 28 last night to Michigan. It was bad. It's bad.
Hey, Nova beat
They're going through the trenches with my other
Lehigh
college
in
teams.
In college football, though.
That is true, but I don't follow Villanova football. But hey, good for them. Good for them. I'm
call
all in on
FCS,
Nova
that's-
athletics. My dad was a Penn State fan, and he was also a Villanova basketball fan. So, I naturally follow in suit. People are like, oh, Villanova's not a Philly team. Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're 30 minutes from my house. I don't know what to tell you,
It's
fam.
funny you bring that
They're
up.
local to me.
Because I wanted to ask this question. Since you went to the only road game this season that Duquesne's had,
wish I could go to
how
all
do you
of them.
think? Yeah, I know, but that would require a plane ticket and a lot of.
Yeah.
We
don't have that
A lot of
budget.
work is on our schedule to go out.
You don't have that in the budget.
to go to Boise and Reno, but what did you think? What did you think about Duquesne's first performance on the road against Nova?
I thought it was ballsy. I think, quite frankly, this team, I really like how they showed up in that game. I mean, you're going into a hostile environment. Everyone's writing you off. It's okay if you lose. And it's literally okay if you lose as long as you put up an effort. There's claims to be made that Duquesne should have won that game, and there are other reasons that are kind of outside of their own control that they lost that game, in my opinion. The refs. And I'm not even, you think that I'm making that storyline up? That was the first thing that Drew Joyce talked about in his post-game news conference, press conference.
At Nova?
Yeah, I never uploaded it because there was a line in there that probably would have gotten him fined. I just didn't use it in my article. I didn't feel the need to, but I just feel like the energy they brought in that game, that first half, the Nova crowd was jumping. I think a lot of people that were there that are Nova people and were covered Nova were like, this is an incredible crowd. It's sold out. So being able to go up early on them, and that crowd was deflated for a little bit because they're just like, oh my God, are they going to do this?
Yeah.
New first year coach. I think a lot of them were concerned. Duquesne brought the fight to them, and they got to do that again against Boise State.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I didn't want to harp on this since it is kind of a touchy topic, but
it sucks to have to harp on.
I kind of want to turn this one to Will, since you said you were at William and Mary, right?
Yes.
For a little while. I mean, were you there in the second half when a specific charge happened to Jimmy Williams?
Offensive foul.
So I unfortunately was not there for most of the second half. I did have some homework to do.
You had to go be a responsible student.
Yeah, I wish
you were
more
seeing,
responsible than us.
I mean, do you think the officiating kind of has been? I'm not saying this like Duquesne, like that's the only reason Duquesne's losing games, but do you think it has been kind of a factor in some of these games, especially in like Nova and William and Mary?
You're there in the trees with the student section. Are they complaining about it?
For past games, the student section has been has ranged in terms of, I guess, most people attending to a select few number of people attending. True. But I'm a true fan. I'll be with them through and through.
Dang
so.
Right.
But to your point about the refs, there have been some opinions from the student section as to the officiating, which has been spotty in recent games. But hopefully that picks up tonight.
I think you'll realize over the next couple of years there are games at Duquesne literally they're at home and they don't get the official calls.
Well, and I think it's so frustrating for me because again, another thing that Drew talked about in the presser with William and Mary was like Ginyard plays really physical, and you see the foul calls that you get for, like, say, Dave, for John, for Jakob. Jakob gets a lot.
Yes.
Because of how strong and how physical and how aggressive he plays, both for and against him sometimes. But you almost never see it with Terrence, and I think it's a shame because I think he plays honestly, I'd say of everyone, he's playing the most physical. He's taking shot after shot, both at the perimeter and in the paint, and it's just, I feel like he just hasn't gotten like a few things to fall his way this year, you know?
I mean, I would agree with that. Again, you talk about the presence of John Hughley, Jakub Nečas, and especially in the paint. I find that they sell fouls really well. I think they hit the deck really hard. I guess they
go up strong.
Exactly, they go up strong. They go down hard, and I find that most of the time they sell the foul and do get to the line.
Look, if you look at Terrence Ginyard this year, and think about how many times he's gone strong to the rim. He has only attempted 55 free throws.
That's crazy.
Which is insane. When you think about that, break that down, 9 games. I can't do math, but you guys probably can.
Yeah.
It's not as many as you would
and I
like.
remember because I feel like a lot of them honestly came against 2 games from what I remember. One was Nova, I believe, and one was Queens, if I remember. Like, those are the 2 games I remember him getting a lot of stuff.
Nova, he should have gotten more calls. I'll die on that hill. He should have gotten a lot more calls than he did. It drove me nuts at least, and I had to stay quiet around Villanova people. I couldn't say anything, but trust me, fellas, I was thinking it. But hey, looks like we should have the starters out now, and we do. Do we? No, we don't. Why? I don't know why we don't have the starters out. This is a little insane.
Don't worry.
What do I know, though? We're both waiting for it. Starters will be posted shortly. All right, we're 7 minutes from game time. But
as we're getting ready, I want to start with this. I mean, I'm going to start with Will, and I'll go to Jack, and I'll kind of wrap it up. But who do you think is the Duke that needs to step up if they want to get their first road win of the season, their first non-Q4 win of the season?
There's obviously been so much talk around Terrence Ginyard, Jakub Nečas, John Hughley. The player that I want to see have a step-up game is Cam Crawford.
Okay.
I like him from the 3-point line. He's a versatile scorer. He can score from inside mid-range, down near the post. I want to see him get involved with the ball a lot more, and hopefully he has a great game tonight.
No, I love that. I love that. He's doing an awesome job tonight.
It's a heck of a start for him. There's never a doubt, though.
I'm going to turn this over to you. Who do you think needs to step up tonight, Jack, to get a big win for the Dukes?
I think I touched on it earlier. I think it's got to be Terrence Ginyard. In the last few games, I just don't think he's been creating enough space. I think that you see him handle the ball in the first however many games, especially against Villanova. He looked amazing. I mean, just getting to his spots. Hasn't really been able to. Whether that's been matchups, wrong opponent, wrong time, I don't know. However, for them to have a win tonight, Terrence Ginyard has got to be his usual self. He's got to go off for this Duquesne squad, and it is obvious and apparent to us he is capable of doing that. So, obviously, hoping for a big game from Terrence Ginyard, Nick.
No, I love that. I guess now on my turn, if there's one Duke I think that I really want to see have a big game, I stand by it. I think we are right on the verge of seeing a Jakub Nečas breakout game. I really do. I've been saying this since I have loved this guy since I have watched the first game he set foot on Duquesne's court. I have loved the way he's played. I love his hustle. And the last 3 games he's put up last 3 of his last 4. The only one that he didn't put up double digits was Central State, which I always take games against like D2 and D3 schools, NIA schools with like a grain of salt, because you always get like kind of weird performances from a lot of people in those kind of games. Sure. But he had 14 against Northeastern, along with 5 rebounds. He had 11 in William and Mary, and he stepped up big. He had 1 point in the first half against Stony Brook and finished with 10, and I think every bucket he had mattered in the grand scheme of things, along with 9 rebounds. He almost had a double-double in that game. I'm telling you right now, if we get a good game from Jakub Nečas, it's a double-double, and that having a double-double from, I believe you could have double-doubles from 2 different players, actually 3 if Dave's on fire.
Yeah, you sure could.
You have 3 guys who are capable of double-doubles. Like, nobody you wouldn't think of Jakub as your first guy for getting that. You think of John or Dave, and I mean, that's just how talented I think this backcourt is for Duke. for Duquesne. I think this team is just so good at what they can do.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we got some starters for you guys. The starting lineup for Boise State, Dylan Andrews at the guard position, averaging 12, a tad under 13 a game at 12.8. RJ Keene at the other guard position, averaging about 2.7 points per game, except, little low for the rest of the guys, I promise you. But he's also averaging about 22 minutes a game, so more than just scoring he does for this team. Andrew Meadow at the forward position, the junior from Santa Clarita, California. He's averaging a healthy 13.2 points per game. That leads all scorers on this team. Following that, Drew Fielder and Javon Buchanan. Rounding out the final two spots, Fielder with 12.6 a game, go along with 5.7 rebounds. And then Javon Buchanan, 12.1 a game. He, ironically, similar number in rebounds, 5.6 on average per game, and even 2 assists per game. So that is who starts for Boise State. Duquesne rolling with the same lineup they have had since about the third or fourth game.
Yeah.
With Terrence Skinyard and Jimmy Williams, the guards in the backcourt, Cam Crawford at that 3 position, along with John Hewley the 4th, and Jakob Netches. So your guy, Jakob, he's going to have a chance to start this one again and make an impact. And
Hey, all 3 of our guys are starting.
yeah,
tonight.
absolutely. We're going to get this game underway in about a couple minutes. I got to go back there in a second to make sure this stream ends up. This is the Mountain West Network, dude. This is out of my comfort zone.
Carlos is cooking.
Carlos is cooking.
Our producer Carlos is cooking.
Yeah, he's
Hey.
cooking. Let's go.
Shout out to him. Thank you, sir.
You did it. All right, there we go. Awesome. I don't really have to get up. But yeah, hey, 2 minutes from game time. We got the starters. Will, you shared your keys to the game at the beginning. Nick, you got some keys to the game?
I think
'Cause I think the turnovers are a very good point from Will.
100%. And I think if you want to see this, like, we talked about, like I said, I brought up the trapezoid for Duquesne. I feel like they
Trapezoid
have
of excellence.
Yes. Because they always highlight it around this time. Normally, the teams you see it like within this trapezoid of like offensive and defensive efficiency are the teams you normally see have a good chance of winning the tournament. Which again, it favors teams like Michigan State and Houston and
Go Sparty.
Arizona, Purdue, Iowa State. But lost within that, sometimes you see outliers where teams kind of lay, and Duquesne's weirdly sitting in like that outlier towards the far side of, again, where offensive efficiency kind of lies. Like this team scores a lot, but you don't see it with the defense. And I think if you want to get that rolling, I think a lot of it, we talk about the fouls kind of being a problem, but I think for me, and again, you highlighted it with the turnovers, and that was something that Let's see, just TV. But with the turnovers, I think one thing that's super important is just playing calm. I mean, especially for me, I feel like the fouls and turnovers kind of like come together, especially because they get a lot of offensive fouls, and I mean a lot.
Yeah.
If it's not charges, it's it's messed up screens that lead to like the turn into an illegal screen. It's little mistakes like that that I think are hurting them, and I think if you fix that, again, you get your offensive efficiency even better, along with your defense will get better as a result because you're not constantly, creating high amounts of turnovers, which is constantly cycling back your defense into tough situations.
Yeah. I will say this as we're looking to get underway in the next minute or two. I really do think the turnovers, that has to be a point to hammer home to add on to that. 350th is where Duquesne ranks in turnovers per game. Mind you, is about 356 teams in NCAA Division I. That is an abysmal number that is earned if you look at some of these games and the box scores. I mean, good Lord, they turn over the ball too much.
Yeah.
A lot of 20 turnover games. Can't have that tonight. They rank pretty bad in that. Not that Boise State is much better. They turn the ball over 12 a game. They're about middle of the pack in that, 192. So just listen, I mean, Duquesne's field goal percentage, 21st in all of D1 with a 51% field goal clip. They got to do that tonight. They got to shoot the ball well against the Boise State Broncos. So, hey, we appreciate you all joining in here with us. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernball, Will McDonald. We are about ready to get things underway. Duquesne, in this young season, they're 6-3. They have the win against I believe 6 quad 4 opponents. They have lost their quad 3 game to Northeastern, lost their quad 2 game to William and Mary, and lost their only quad 1 game to Villanova. That is until tonight. This will be a quad 1 matchup for Duquesne against the 49th ranked in the net rankings, Boise State Broncos. And they're showing a couple players to watch. We'll give you a player to watch. Terrence Ginyard. He's a big-time guard for Duquesne out of Tampa, Florida. He's averaging 17 a game. However, that number was certainly higher in the first few games. So they need him to get back that kind of swagger he had. And listen, if there's any state should do it, guys, tonight is absolutely the night.
Oh, no, 100%. I also love their highlighting Dylan Andrews because he has been, like, players like him and Austin Meadow, they have been so good for Boise as well. I mean, because those are the kind of guys you trust with the ball, especially Austin Meadows. He leads the team and made 3-pointers this season. He's just been unbelievable. And Dylan Andrews, they're showing right here against Butler, which I think was their biggest win of the season easily. He put up 20 and had 6 rebounds. So, I mean, Boise's got a lot of talent that's super underrated. I think a lot of people dismissed them after that what became a kind of a meme against losing to a D2 school in Hawaii Pacific. But, I mean, it's stuff like that sometimes happens. It's not great, obviously.
Yeah. You don't want it to happen.
But you talk about it, it's still a quad 1 team. This is a team that just missed March Madness last year. Was like literally one of the first 4 out last year. So, I mean, this team is constantly playing right around a March Madness spot every single year, at least for the last 5 years I can remember. So this is going to be a tough game. So I'm so excited for this tonight. I'm hoping this is the night Duquesne can step up, limit the turnovers. Honestly, I think if you're going to beat a team like Boise, you've got to slow the game down. I think that's sometimes what Duquesne does. It honestly makes me think of Michigan from last year. If you guys watched Michigan basketball here or there, they play really fast. They got giants down low, but they play sometimes really
Golden and Wolf,
sloppy, sometimes undisciplined basketball that got Michigan in a lot of trouble. It put them on the brink against UC San Diego, and I think could make some problems for Duquesne this season if they want to have a chance in the A-10. So I would like to see them possibly slow this game down and just try to control the tempo against what I think is a very good school,
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that point with the rushed offense. I find most of the time if Duquesne finds themselves down 5 or 7 points, I find them trying to force threes, force themselves to the hoop, maybe try to draw a foul, and I gotta say I don't think that works all the time. So
no.
I would like to see a more calm tempo offense in this game and not lose your cool if you go down by a couple scores.
Yeah,
I love that.
You talked about the Boise State kind of culture in the last couple of years, making appearances in the NCAA tournament and then also just being on that cusp. Their head coach, Leon Rice, has been around since 2010, 2011. He has the second most victories all time against Mountain West opponents.
Oh, wow.
Against Mountain West head coaches while still members of the conference. It kind of gets murky when you look at how things have changed in the bigger conferences like the Mountain West in some sports. However, he's got a lot of 20-win seasons. In fact, there is only 3 seasons that I can find on here as head coach of Boise State that have not resulted in 20 wins.
Wow.
And one of those seasons was 13-20. That was 2018-2019. By far, his worst season. However, he had his team at 26-11 last year, a 14-6 conference record. They finished 4th in the conference. They made it to the conference tournament final. However, they did not make March Madness. They played in the Crown tournament, which is actually coming back. And that is not the TV show, The Crown. It is the actual Crown tournament.
That's a
that was my favorite meme on Twitter. Hey, I'm watching The Crown tonight. The TV show? No, you idiots. The conference tournament, or the national tournament. It's insane. It's great. All right, let's get this show on the road in some terms. I got my handy dandy. If you guys were here for the last stream, I used another folder from in the production room. So this is my board tonight. We're underway, and Boise State has possession early on here with Andrews at the top of the key. Flipped over to Buchanan. Now Andrews, left wing. Guarded by Ginyard. Over to Buchanan. Buchanan guarded by Hewley in the right corner. Pulls up for 3. He's got it. Right off the jump. It is Boise State taking a 3-0 lead with Javon Buchanan getting things going. And quickly Duquesne up the other end. Jakob Netchus on the left wing gets it down low to Hewley at that Mountain West logo in the post. Backing down, spinning to his right. Hook shot is good. John Hewley getting things going for Duquesne. Both teams make their first shot on their first possession.
Man, what a start from Hughley. I love seeing this team fight and get scrappy down low.
He can get buckets at that position every time down the court.
That's been the story with him all season too. It's just his physical dominance in the paint. And obviously, that's being showed.
He gets going fast as well, which is the best part.
Buchanan now guarded a little more tightly at that right wing 3-point line by Netchus. Driving in Buchanan, no good. Good defense, but the rebound over Hewley. The shot is good. That was Fielder. That wasn't even me.
That was me, and I don't even have my audio.
That's a staple of these live streams. Long 3 from Williams. No good. Rebound by Hewley. Fakes a pass inside to Williams. Now in the left post, Hewley lost it. Still has it. In some trouble. Left wing pump fake. Now driving in Jimmy Williams. Blocked, but play blown dead. They're going to call it travel. Ball going the other way here with 18:21. Turn offense. Is that Carlos?
I don't think it is.
I think Carlos would have been laughing by now if he did it. Oh, autoplay button. Wait, no, that makes no... I think it's Carlos messing with us back there. I can't see him. He turned off the lights. Here's Andrews. His shot is no good. Rebound, Jakob Netchus. 18:05 left in this first half. Cam Crawford for 3 off the side of the iron. No good. Now driving down the other way is Meadow, and foul's called on Yak. And it's his first. That's the team's first.
And you can see that right there. I mean, I love it. We always highlight the fouls because, I mean, Cam didn't have a great shot, and they just went quick on transition. I mean, Cam tried to fight it, and he kind of just wasn't able to get his feet set there. Tried to pump his chest out, but it just didn't work there, unfortunately.
So, first... Wait, what is happening?
And we also have our first substitution for Duquesne, Cam Crawford being subbed out. Maximus Edwards now in the game for Duquesne.
Was that his second? Might have been his... no, I don't know. Anyways, 2 free throws made. Cam Crawford, I guess, only 1 foul, but they do take him out early. They put in Max Edwards. Max Edwards, there has been some games where I think they looked at the matchup, and Max Edwards was reason why, for success for a Duquesne team, as there is a bucket from John Hewley down the left post again. Putting work in there, and it's 7-4 now. Duquesne keeping close in the first 2.5. Here's Andrews driving in. Edwards blocked. Here's Ginyard. Now going up the other way on the right side, Duquesne. Right wing, Williams gets back up top the key. Ginyard. Duquesne has to slow down here. They do. Hewley spins from the top of the key inside. Netchus, his layup, no good. Rebounded by Boise State. Missed opportunity there for Duquesne.
That was. That was a great play from John Hughley. Yeah. I mean, everybody thought he was going to take
corner 3 now from Meadow. It's in. So quickly down the court, Boise State taking advantage of an unorganized Duquesne on the other half of the court, and
that's how fast things can shift. I mean, you had that layup, you missed it. You take advantage of some sloppy play there, and you get a quick
Big John for 3. No good. He made a few of them in the Stony Brook game. Now quick down the other way. Blocked again by Edwards. Max Edwards making an impact on this one on the defensive end. Saving an easy bucket from Fielder. All he had to beat was the small Terrence Ginyard.
And, that's just a great defensive impact early on, obviously just being subbed in after that first foul trip to the line for Boise State. And great to see from Max Edwards, obviously strong defensive presence early to add on to John Hughley's physical presence down low.
And now that is being tested by Fielder, who will put it up and in with a right hook over John Hewley. And it's quickly 12-4 Boise State. And Dukes on the fence, on the ropes already to start this one. Down 8. Here's Hewley. Guarded by Fielder. Swims through, pass to Ginyard, who will keep it in. It went off Boise State body. They're going to allow Duquesne to go into the backcourt. Here's Yak. Quick drive, the bucket. A nice, tough bucket from Jakob Netchis on the drive from the right wing. And it's 12-6.
That's what you want to see. You want to see them slow this down.
Exactly.
I mean, you saw that they were passing around. They were looking for their second and their third options and taking advantage of trying to slow this game down despite being down by 8 to Boise State early.
And honestly, it's good on them for realizing the fact that the three-pointer wasn't as consistent early on and just forcing themselves down low.
Fielder going to work on John Hewley. We talked about it. He's averaging double figures this year. He got some points there, and Duquesne is going to spend an early timeout. As with 15:22 left in the first half, it is quickly a 8-point game with some good work down low from Drew Fielder. And just while we are here, guys, just some thoughts on that opening 4:38.
I mean, again, I think there was some forced three-pointers there early on. Obviously, this is what I was saying before. They obviously try to force threes when they don't need to. I think they obviously have something good going in the paint, getting John Hughley involved early. The defensive presence was there in the start. Maximus Edwards, a couple blocks there, but just preventing forced threes and bad forced shots, and hopefully they'll get back into this game.
No, 100%. I think one of the biggest things was just not being able to find a groove. I don't think the turnovers were a problem to begin with. I mean, they've had 2 through the first 5 minutes, so I don't think it's that they're playing super sloppy this time. I think they're just, like you said, they're just not finding the right shot selection. And again, defense is already starting out to be a problem. I mean, Fielder, you already talked about it. It's 3 for 4 on his shots already, so it's already starting to look like it's already feeling like a tough start for the Dukes as they're trying to get themselves, want to try to get themselves back after what feels like a sluggish start.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the wild thing about the starts of this game is just the Boise State shooting. It has been fantastic so far with them shooting 5 for 9, but they made that 1-3 that was just right up the chute of a Duquesne defender, and the prowess of Drew Fielder, averaging 12.6 a game, about 10 under 6 boards. But let me just point out, he's about a 68% free throw shooter. So realistically, if you're going to foul the guy, if you're going to play defense against a guy physically, you better, just foul him.
Yeah.
Send him to the line, test him.
Especially because you already see, you can see the other stat. He's making almost 60% of his shots this season. So, yeah, no, I can't. I wouldn't blame you there. I'd want to try and foul him because that's, oh my goodness, shooting almost 60% as a center is insane work.
It's wild.
Obviously with the 3-point shot in today's game, obviously being so powerful, and especially with big men like this, like your guy you just mentioned being involved, it's only going to continue if he can shoot at a 60% clip.
Oh yeah, and he loves these kind of moments. They already showed it. He's from Boise, as it is. So tell me he doesn't love being physical and getting the crowd hyped up with his play.
No doubt.
It looks like we have a steal.
Oh, quick steal from Dave Dixon, and a lay-in on the other end. Dave Dixon making an impact in his first few seconds of being in this one. I was about to say Dominic Parolin is the new entrant into the game for the Broncos, and now with it, that is Javon Buchanan. Buchanan guarded by Dixon. Dixon staying physical with Buchanan. The spin to the left from Buchanan, and the foul is called on Dixon. That's Dave's first.
What I think is the team's second. I'm going to double check. That is team second.
They have to be doing that. Yeah. Carlos has to be doing that.
I don't think he is. I genuinely think it's something going up with.
That's not me. I'm not doing it.
And Buchanan makes the first of 2 free throws there at the line.
I don't even know. Yeah, Buchanan, 1 for 1 so far. on the line here tonight. So he's got one more coming up. 14:52 remaining in the first half. Buchanan second free throw is up, and it's good. Boise State 4 for 4 from the free throw line to start this one. That's also something that has killed the Dukes at multiple points in the last year and change.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it haunts them tonight. Ginyard gives to the left corner. Williams, three. He's got it. Excuse me for the right corner, but screw it. Big bucket from Jimmy Williams. Oh, God almighty. It cuts the lead to 4. So Duquesne coming out of this timeout with a couple important buckets. That's Nito. I'm going to go with Nito. I'll get the pronunciation in a second. In the game now for the Boise State Broncos, and some trouble from Parolin. Guarded by Dixon. Yeah, Dixon really in
great minutes to start the game.
Indeed. Now long shot. Three, no good. Rebounded by the Broncos. 17 seconds left to shoot. Down low, Buchanan driving. Foul called before the hook to the left in the shot, and that will go on Duquesne. That is their third foul. As we'll take another look, see what we saw. Buchanan made a crossover move, then went to the post, slipped to his left, and went up with the left hook, but drew the foul there. So let me get the pronunciation right on that.
It looks like we have Alex Williams being subbed in for Duquesne.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, it was funny we were talking about.
It's Nato, not Nito. All right, and there's a three from the Broncos, specifically being Meadow. No good.
Rebound from Dave there.
Indeed. They're going to need him active on the boards and defensively like he has been so far. Here's Ginyard. Guarded up top by Nato. Nato with some tough defense at the Boise State logo.
They're definitely trying to run a more physical lineup, the Dukes right here.
Here's Dixon for three. Dave Dixon, no good. A couple bounces and out. Now Nato brings it up off the bench for Boise State, and a kick ball by Edwards. It's the right call. He tried to, ball is about to get past him, just kind of instinctively reaching that foot out, and they are focusing on Drew Joyce, and so will we for a second. His second season at Duquesne, 19-22 record. It's his fourth season overall at Duquesne. Him and Keith Dambrot, they have a long history. They
do.
Drew Joyce III actually was coached by Keith Dambrot in high school.
Really?
LeBron, yeah, that's a LeBron James connection. Here's a corner three from Boise State. No good. Rebound by Dave Dixon again. Now here's Ginyard. Maybe we'll talk about that after at the next break. But yeah, that is a cool part of Duquesne basketball for outsiders. Is kind of all they know about Duquesne. But yes, that is the truth, and that's why the LeBron line of shoes are sent to the Dukes every year. That's why they also met LeBron James. And the foul is called. Down low, Dave Dixon forces it. I think that's going to go on Pearson Carmichael or maybe Spencer Aarons. As we take another look. That's a foul, number one. I didn't see the second foul, but I know Dave Dixon just got trucked.
Oh.
That's also a foul. They don't call on, guess who? Terrence Ginyard. Terrence Ginyard now with it, looking to make up for that. Driving in. No foul. All right, sure. Ball goes back to Boise State. They drive down the other end. That drives me nuts. He doesn't get those calls. And the layup is good by Spencer Aarons, and it's back to a 6-point game. So
that's definitely a frustrating feeling right there, because I feel like he took a good shot on it.
He took 2 shots on a span of 5 seconds. Here's Edwards now. With the ball, gets a screen from Dixon. Now Alex Williams, top of the key, Edwards long three. Bank shot, no good. Rebounded by Boise State and Dominic Parolin. Now driving down the other end, Nato off his knee, and it's Duquesne ball.
And, that's just something that I haven't seen early on with Duquesne is the offensive rebounds, especially with how much threes they're taking early on.
No, I mean, we can look right here, but, already rebounds, they only have 4. Only have one offensive rebound through the first 8 minutes of the game. So no, you're spot on. They're just getting beat. They're not getting any second or third chances here, and that's just killing
rebounded
them.
Offensively 3-1 so far in the first 8 minutes of action. Now here's Dom Akins. He was on the thumbnail of this broadcast, by the way. Yeah, appreciate it. Here's Akins now. He forces a foul. That's going to go on Nato, and this will be continued after the under 12 timeout that the team's going to. And you know what, screw it, we're going to take a timeout as well. We're right back here. You're watching Duquesne basketball here on DSTV. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernball, Will McDonald. We're going to get right back to you right after this. Welcome back to Duquesne basketball here on DSTV. First of many live streams to come this year. Every road game, while we are in school at least, we will be bringing to you here on DSTV. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernball, Will McDonald, get used to these faces. We'll be here with you for the rest of the season. Why not? As Duquesne down 17-11, however, they've faced a deficit of 8 in this one. Big John driving in, the big medication gets 2. Cuts the lead to 4. Duquesne has been down by as much as 8 in this first half. They're only down by 4 right now.
No, they fought back. They're playing some really scrappy basketball right now to get themselves rolling. And Michael goes for the block, and wow.
Yeah, that's about as ridiculous as it gets. Pearson Carmichael right up the chute.
What a shot from Carmichael.
I mean, good Lord. That's a heck of a shot. Carmichael from Bend, Oregon.
Also had some space on that three-point shot, too. Would like to see them get a little bit more defense involved.
That was a moonshot.
It was, but no.
High arc. Look at Big John going to work, forcing a foul. They are fouling Duquesne a lot here. I think a lot of it hasn't been called, but that's just me. I don't know how that was not a foul for Ginyard twice.
And that's going to be on Dominic Parolin?
Parolin. We're going to go with that. I don't think. No, Parolin. You're right. My apologies. Parolin. Yep, Dominic Parolin.
It looks like the Dukes will be subbing in number 5, Cam Crawford.
So him and Edwards, like you're mentioning earlier, kind of swapping minutes here. Jake DeMichael is in the game. We didn't mention that, but he is in. Jake DeMichael again, action for, I believe, the 4th time. And Big John trapped.
Triple team.
However, good job by John to get it going to the right side, the right hook. John Hewley gets it while falling down.
Oh my
Big
goodness.
John, baby. Here's a hook shot. No.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That
took about 3 bounces there before rolling in.
The rolls are on Boise State's side tonight. Here's Dom Akins driving, now putting up over Nato. Nato not able to stop Dom Akins, who can be a spark plug for Duquesne at any point. He was against Villanova, was in double figures. That is his collegiate high so far. He's looking to break that tonight. He's got his first 2. And play blown dead.
Foul, I believe, on Alex Williams there. Tried to get on Andrews there, and I think he just grabbed it right around I don't know if it's a reach-in or a slap of Andrews' left arm.
Listen,
there.
And Dylan Andrews can get to the line in that game against Butler. He got to the line I believe 13 times. He was 11 of 13 in that one, so he can also make free throws. So try not fouling him. That is my advice.
And you also talked about the shifty presence of freshman Dom Akins, obviously with a nice layup on the left or right side there. I'm still not sure. But, you know,
I don't even remember. I think left side.
yeah, let's go left side.
That's what we're going to go with here. Oh, good shot from Dylan Andrews. Got some space, no good. Rebound didn't go to Duquesne, but the reason that Fielder got it was because of an offensive foul, loose ball foul, to be specific. So Duquesne hanging in there down low. It certainly is going to be a battle all night, but
so I believe it was Van Bussel throw his hands up in the air. Definitely felt like he got fouled there, and he did.
Yeah, so, and that is a good point. A great way to describe Dom Akins as shifty, as he has the ball right now. He's got some kind of spunk to him, honestly, which you love to see. Here's Cam Crawford, ranging layup, no good, just in and out. Now here's Dylan Edwards, bringing it up for Boise State. Fielder on the right side doesn't use the pick, kind of spins into it. Now here's a long three. It's good. I mean, about as contested as it gets, but Pearson Carmichael makes a second three in the face of a Duquesne defender, and it's 25-17 now, back to 8. Just like that, Duquesne really working to stay in this one. Here's Dom Akins, top of the key, looking for some space, gives it to Van Bussel. Now Cam Crawford driving in on his left, putting it up, no good, rebound Van Bussel, and a foul is called.
That was going to be on Aaron's. I think it was on Van Bussel, who was going to be going to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Van Bussel doing a good job getting in on the action inside as we take another look. Certainly.
It's like that's going to be on R.J. Keene the second.
Oh, you know, you're
not
right.
the first,
I think
but
it is
the
on
second.
Keene, yeah.
And not even the third. Heck, he ain't the fourth. Here's the first free throw from Van Bussel. Some limited minutes this year, and the first free throw, no good. Our favorite stat for me and Nick to talk about is free throws, and Duquesne ranks 257th in the nation in free throws with 68.8%.
Live streams last year, you know this is the one thing that.
No, that did drive,
and it drives me nuts again as Van Bussel misses his second.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got to make one.
It's just that is something that could kill Duquesne in a quad 1 game like this, and we'll see that tonight. Hopefully, don't see it for the remainder of tonight and Saturday, but who the heck knows?
Yeah.
Here's Fielder now with it. Top of the key, left wing now driving in Buchanan, lobs for Fielder, but it is tapped out of bounds by Van Bussel. And with 4 seconds left now on the shot clock, Duquesne.
Don't worry about it.
4.7.
It is what it is. I don't know why the shot clock does this.
I don't know why.
Listen, guys, we're using the site is called Keep the Score. There's just little things that are weirder to this than
we do love Keep the Score. 3
sites
seconds
do.
now
You're gonna throw
to
up a
Carmichael.
shot.
He's made a ranging shot like that before. It's no good. However, now Duquesne tasked with trying to cut back on this 8-point deficit to Michael for 3. No good. Off the back iron, and it will be Boise State looking to push the lead to double digits. Andrews inside, and no good, but the foul. Excuse me, that was Buchanan. He'll go to the line for 2.
Again, I mean, you talked about this of almost getting lost on transition. That's just another, pretty much a full court pass that nobody picked up on Buchanan there.
Nope.
I don't know if it was supposed to be Van Bussel or Netchis. Somebody lost track of their assignment. And unfortunately, that's just kind of been a key thing as Buchanan misses his first free throw. Nobody has made it.
That'll do. No, they made 4. They made 4 before we made 1.
Free throws since we came out of the break.
And again, maybe a rush defensive presence just to try to get down there and hopefully they tried to block the shot, but obviously it wound up in 2 free throws.
Yeah.
Second of those free throws is made, so a 9-point deficit for Duquesne, 9-point advantage for the Broncos.
Looks like you have John Hughley being subbed back into the game.
Yes, they do. Here is Ginyard behind his back at the top of the key. Right wing, Netchis stops, now gets it back right wing, Ginyard. Trying to get positioning to, I don't know how Cam Crawford got to that pass on the left wing, but he got to it. Now here's Ginyard for 3, air ball. It's going the other way. And Duquesne only had 5 seconds left on the shot clock there, so they were rushed into taking that one.
And Cam Crawford certainly climbing the ladder for that high pass on the the side there.
And one thing I've been missing with this team, and I think maybe this is why I've been a little frustrated with it. I don't know why they've gone away from running the full court press that they used to love doing. At least up until last year they were doing it as well. At that
Natchez for three. It's good. It's Buchanan. Javon Buchanan, as always, making his presence known in this one. Inside pass to Hewley. Doesn't get there. Turned over. Good job by Fielder while he's on the ground to get to it. NATO now looking to bury Duquesne in a deficit early on. Fielder pulls up for three. He's got it.
Wow.
Drew Fielder impressing, and a timeout from Duquesne. With 7:23 remaining in the first half, Duquesne in a big hole already against the Broncos.
And you know that the defense from three needs to be stepped up a little bit. Obviously, you have the presence of Boise State players such as Buchanan making threes. I believe Meadow had a couple 3-pointers go his way. Maybe double up on 3-pointers, and definitely going to need some more offensive boards because 17 points isn't cutting it early on.
And I think I love that you talk about the 3-point perimeter defense, because I think one of the things that's just been hurting this team right from the jump is the fact that it feels like there's pressure there. There seems to be a hand in the face, but it almost feels like it's because of the fact that like we talked about with the full court passes, there's it just feels like somebody is constantly out of alignment these past, at least to me, since the game before the William and Mary one, I forget, the Central State game. It just constantly has felt like since the Central State game, there has been way too many missed assignments in these past 4 contests, you know? And I think that's just one thing that's just killing this team. And I don't know if it's a lack of communication. I don't know if it's just sometimes rushing things. I don't know if it's just somebody's just not picking up their assignment. But it's leading to too much chaos. And unfortunately, as you've been highlighting, Will, as the threes just keep falling in as a result. Yep. You're getting too much space. And even if it doesn't seem like a lot, sometimes just like 2 or 3 inches on a basketball court can be enough.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I mean, the 3-point presence for Boise State has been a 3-point barrage early on. So, again, needs some work on the defense, on the 3-point perimeter defense. There.
And I mean, it's highlighted by this. They've gone 5 for 9 at the 3-point line. And it's turned this what felt like a tight game into now a 15-point deficit, essentially in the blink of an eye. Give or take, who do you want to highlight that's been killing them? If it's not Drew Fielder, it's been Javon Buchanan. If it's not Javon Buchanan, it's been Pete Carmichael. So pick your poison.
It looks like we have Maximus Edwards being subbed in for Duquesne there.
I'm honestly for, given the fact that he's probably been the best. Him and Dave have essentially been 2 of the best defensive players tonight.
You had 2 blocks from Edwards earlier on, and
yep.
I believe Dixon might have had a steal earlier on.
And here we go. 32-17, Boise State over Duquesne. Jimmy Williams with it at the top of the key, being defended well. Now 12 seconds left on that shot clock. Here's Terrence Ginyard to Jakob Netch's top of the key, driving. Edwards fading away. No good. Really good defense from Boise State. This is why they're ranked in the top 50 of the net.
Oh, yeah.
And in Ken Palm, just for anyone who was wondering. Here's Nato driving on his left side, and the post takes it away. Left wing, pump fake, Fielder driving, right-hand hook, no good. Rebound, Jakob Netchus. Now Jimmy Williams. That isn't Javonte Williams, Jimmy Williams. It's a football player. Now Max Edwards, left wing, down low, John Hewley. Now he's passed to Netchus, who takes the contact and puts it in.
Love to see that. I mean, you saw
Netchus how there
kind
wasn't
of
foul again.
He switched hands on the way up too.
Yeah. He slowed down before charging into the middle. I mean, caught everybody on Boise off guard as they're going to try and run a little zone defense here to try and slow something down, and he's going to get way caught off assignments. You can't have Jimmy Williams down there alone.
So that's a good job. That's another. That's really more credit to Boise State there. Just really playing some good basketball to start this one. They came out to play. John Hewley fakes a 3. At the top of the key, what a pass to Jimmy Williams.
Wow.
Eyes in the back of his head.
And that's something that has gone unnoticed in this game, too, is just Duquesne's ball movement throughout this game has been absolutely stellar in my opinion.
They've done a great job. I mean, you highlighted when Cam climbed the ladder for the one pass Terrence did. Ginier had, I mean, that was a really risky pass, but a really good one for what it's worth.
Yeah, they know how to move the ball around.
Here's Buchanan driving in. No good. Rebound, Hewley. He'll slow things down. He was looking for a second to see if there was a breakout pass to be had. There was none. Here's Ginier now. Left wing to Hewley at the top of the key. Drives in with his right. Tries to spin to his left. He turned it over. And now here they come up the other way. Boise State. Nice swim through move. The layup. No good. Rebound, Williams. Duquesne breaking out the other end. 5 minutes remaining. Here's Edwards. Takes a contact. No foul called. Jimmy Williams gets the offensive rebound. Now down low. It's Hewley. Spinning now, driving in, and they call an offensive foul. I don't understand how that can be a thing.
Unfortunately, the Dukes had no one to blame for themselves. I didn't like that shot selection from Max. In a 3-on-2, you had there was a way to find a spot open in that play. You saw Boise kind of get back slow, and he just took the first shot, which I just didn't like because he had a very contested play. I know you're trying to go for the foul there, but I just am not a fan of that play overall. Just little things. It's just been the little things tonight. And Duquesne's going to be sitting at 6 fouls as 6 different players have picked up a foul for Duquesne there. I think that is going to be John's first foul of the night. As Boise is sitting at 5. And I guess they decided to call a timeout with 4:49 left. Boise took their first timeout. Up by 13 with 4:49 to play. But before we go, I want to give a shout out to everybody here watching on YouTube. I hope you all are having a great night. We're sitting at 13 concurrent viewers, which is our peak, and 67 views for just the first half alone. Y'all been awesome, so I hope you're all enjoying this. And if you are, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you share this game around, as we still got a second half to play.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get back to the action here. 4:42 remaining. Yeah, these men's streams keep on getting better and better with the views. That's
still
really impressive. Appreciate you
zone
guys.
Defense there.
Yeah. God bless the zone.
Dixon on
Wow, that's a heck of a spin from Fielder. No good. Rebound by Duquesne and the Goose. Jakob Netjes up the other way. Edwards drives in, takes a whole bunch of contact. No good. Rebound, Edwards. He got it. He might not get the calls, but he will get the points.
And they're very physical down low, which is essential in today's day and age. You need to be physical down low, and the Dukes have certainly.
Next thing I'm expecting is Edwards to go up and jump at the rim, and then just someone jump up and shove him and foul, and
then they will not
call it.
No.
Inside Dave Dix, he's positioning, gives out to Edwards, stopped. Jimmy Williams, if Duquesne can score here, they will cut the lead to single digits.
I think if you could
Big
try
possession
to cut
here.
this to 7
Here's
or 9.
Ginyard for 3. No good. Rebound, Dixon.
Yeah,
they don't call it. They call it.
I think it was.
They call it foul.
Over the back foul for Dave, I believe.
No, they did not.
Or was it on?
Did they?
It's on Fielder.
That's gonna.
They called it under Fielder.
Yeah, and they waved off the shot that was about a half second after that foul call, and Duquesne will head into the huddle down by 11, but with a chance to cut it to single digits. I don't understand how half of these aren't called. It's actually driving me nuts now. I don't understand it, man.
Oh, we love officiating. Nah, I'm kidding. But, for what it's worth, I like Duquesne. They're trying to fight back right now, and I think that's the key thing. They haven't gone down yet. And that's the key. I think that's the key thing. When we were sitting at 15, that was going to be like a big do-or-die moment, because I think if they had gone down anymore, we're probably just having to figure out points for commentating a blowout. But this team hasn't given up yet. And I honestly think if you could cut this lead to about 8 or 7, go in a half, and you feel like, you're right there, you're playing solid, you're just making a few mistakes. And I think the defense has tightened up a lot after that very bad run that we were highlighting with kind of the missed assignments.
Again, there have been more rebounds on Duquesne's part. Obviously some more than there have recently been on offense, and the defensive presence has certainly stepped up a lot. Obviously taking advantage of some of the missed 3-pointers on Boise State's end of the ball.
No, 100%. And I think the key thing is we've gone. I know it's not a big jump, but it went from only 1 offensive rebound to 4. So they're getting a few more of these second chances. I mean, we saw it from Max, who got his own rebound on that tightly contested shot. Jimmy Williams has been kind of getting scrappy down there. And it leaves space for the big men to just focus on getting the defensive rebounds, your Jakobs, your Daves. So it's nice to see the guards and like small forwards kind of getting down there and using their physicality to their advantage against a very tough Boise team who is just shooting the lights out right now at the 3-point line. As we got about 3:31 left to play.
All right.
It was a tough three and made by.
I thought that was live for a second.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did-
"No,
I did too.
come
I saw
on.
that.
How did... I looked up the shot clock. That's the only way I found
Oh,
out.
my goodness.
That was a
risky pass
heart
that
attack.
Almost got dropped by Dave.
All right, great start, guys. Jimmy Williams driving in,
he's gonna get a foul.
got decapitated, and they call the foul.
I think he
Good
took an elbow
God.
to the chin
Yeah,
there.
Took a people's elbow.
The people's elbow.
In WWE terms. Good Lord.
is that what's going to be needed to call a foul in this game?
Like catching an elbow to the jaw. Or
Yes.
shoulder, I believe, from, what was that?
I probably scared the heck out of Carlos by just leaning in like that. All right, first free throw is good. It's a 1-1 right now. So Duquesne is in the bonus. Is there a feature on? I think there's a feature on the scoreboard we can
There
put bonus.
is. Do it like this. The away team.
I already did it, buddy.
I clicked the wrong.
Oh wait,
No,
I
you
clicked.
oh.
No, stop!
Second
I
free
got it. Oh, I missed a second free throw. All right, so Duquesne only gets one there.
I mean, the key thing, if Duquesne can keep being physical, the fouls will start falling their way as they.
Are you sure about that?
I believe it tonight with how they're playing. I really do.
I don't, but that's okay. Duquesne down by 10, 3:12 remaining. Here is, my God, I'm getting these dudes mixed up. Here is Aaron's inside airball. I don't know if that was
Airball
pass or
mid-range jumper
yeah.
is crazy.
That's nasty work.
If you saw
Jimmy
me in the
Williams,
real game,
right
yeah.
wing, 3, no
No
good.
good.
That would have helped, but no good. Edwards was flying from behind, but Andrews felt the pressure.
They're going for another deep
that's
three.
not good.
Wow.
That's Carmichael. Carmichael, that's his range. He steps into that one and makes it. Duquesne down by 13, but still surprisingly in this one. Edwards for 3. Got it! Right back at you, Max Edwards says, and it's back to 10 with 2:35 to go. As we talked about it, Duquesne just needs to get it to single digits.
If Carmichael can shoot it, so can Edwards, I guess. That
guess
was basically
so.
the same exact shot, same exact
Please do not
range,
let him shoot.
same exact
Yeah, there you
placement.
go.
It just worked as. Oh goodness, that is going to be.
No good on that shot, so it looked almost like a pass.
It almost looked like it just
Pass-
really
yeah,
threw a
pass
pass off
himself
the backboard.
Yeah. Now Meadow take 2, blocked by Dixon.
And it's gonna
With
be-
1 second left on the shot clock, Dave Dixon making a big impact here defensively in the first half on a continuous note.
I mean, an amazing block from David.
Oh, that's Dave.
And it puts Boise in a bad spot because they only have 1 second on the shot clock.
Yes, it does. 1 second left
Just gonna
on
have
the
to
30-second shot clock.
throw a pass to do a catch and shoot immediately.
Oh, no. Oh, that's incredible stuff. Oh, they called it off. He did not get it off. Shot clock violation. So the thing with that is that shot clock didn't have the decibel numbers.
No.
So it wasn't like 0.5. It could have been 0.2 for all we know.
Yeah.
But all it said was 1 there.
That's be 0.3. It's got to be 0.3 for them to get it off.
What's that called? The Tucker rule?
It might be. I just know it has to be
I-
0.3. The ball has to
I know it's
release
the
from the
NBA
hand at
2K
0.3.
rule. I can't get a shot off in 2K with 0.2. So let's take another look. You can see it. There's no way he got this off. Did he?
He did.
He
Yeah.
did. How long is that 1 second?
Yeah, that's a
Good Lord.
That's a lengthy 1 second right there.
That was a very lengthy 1 second.
I mean,
Yes,
what
The Trent Tucker rule.
What the heck was that? All right, 2:06 remaining in the first half. Presumably they challenge that
think
one.
they are
They're
going
gonna
to
win
give
that
them that.
challenge.
Yeah, but with the explanation
Yeah.
of the Trent Tucker rule, so essentially, if the ball is not released from the fingertips before 0.03 seconds from the player's hand,
It's
then
not gonna
it's
be
no
count-
good.
It's not going to work.
Yep.
I will say this.
They gave him that. Yep. It is now 27 or 39-27 Boise State. That really was a generous 1 second
Yeah,
on the
that
shot
was
clock.
again a lengthy 1 second. there on the replay. But
I got to tell you this, dude. This stuff coming out about Sharon Moore is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, oh my God. Jimmy Williams for three. He got fouled.
Wow.
He absolutely did.
That's going to send to the line with.
Well, I wasn't even close. I was like, he literally took him down, but like just try to like casually play it off. I'm just like, okay. So that's all Preston Carmichael. I'm not exactly sure where he sits at, fouls, but I'll get that.
That is going to be Carmichael's second foul. In fact,
that's important.
Carmichael, Parolin, and Fielder all have 2 fouls for Boise State in the first half.
I cannot believe that's the case. It
First
doesn't
shot for
feel like
Jimmy
it.
is good.
Oh gosh, took a couple bounces but went in. Nick's not going to survive this night if these free throws are close. I don't like it.
Not at all.
I don't.
But you know what?
Second
I
free
take
throw
what I
from
can get
Jimmy.
At this point, just make them at this point.
Got it.
That's a beautiful shot from Jimmy.
I felt
there.
better than the first one.
Hey, it's up back to 10. A chance to make it single digits here with this shot.
It was
say
under
that.
2 minutes to play as well. So
Don't say
at least
that,
in the
man.
It's
first.
a
You know
big
what's
chance to
gonna
get some
happen.
momentum back for the Dukes.
So he made it. All right. I thought he was going to miss it because the
Nah,
last time I
believe.
said it,
It's like he might have slipped up on his way.
All right.
Back.
A minute 50 remaining here in this first half. And Duquesne is down by 9. They've allowed 39 points. However, the age of college basketball is kind of just, that's what it feels like. Buchanan goes up for the layup. No good. Good job by Max Edwards to get the board. Not giving up. Here's Edwards. Jiminy crickets.
It was
To
picked up.
Ginyard now. No good. I don't know how that ball didn't get turned
You would
over.
like Ginyard to make that shot, especially after the tipped pass.
See, and there's that forced offensive presence though. They get the turnover and they try to force it down court. There's about $1:20 left in the first half, and again they had plenty of time to maybe force a better shot, but.
No, 100%
I do actually still like the shot by Ginyard. I thought there
That's
was
gonna be a
space.
deep
That's a
three
deep
and
three, but it's
another one.
Carmichael. It's Carmichael
my
who has
goodness.
16, and that dude doesn't miss. I think he's
Seems like
unconscious.
Carmichael's favorite spot is about 3 steps behind the
Yeah.
3-point
5
line.
million steps behind. Good Lord. Pearson Carmichael, the sophomore, cannot miss tonight. I don't think he's missed, quite frankly.
That's just the modern presence of the three-pointer in today's
100%.
college, not only just basketball landscape.
Yeah. Ginyard, Edwards, he's open for 3, looking for number 2. No good. Rebounded by Boise State. This is where it can get out of hand in the first half. Duquesne's got to be careful. Dylan Andrews with it.
Got about 10 on the difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Buchanan now is guarded by Williams. Got the switch on to Dixon. Now Carmichael driving in. He's going away from his natural habitat from beyond the arc. Uh-oh. Yeah, hard closeout. Edwards, again. He made it
my
again.
goodness.
Carmichael has 19 points. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know how Boise State would be in the lead. I mean,
Yeah,
these
5
threes
seconds
are
left.
insane. Here's Williams. He has it
Throws
turned
it
away.
away.
Good defense, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Do not call a foul.
They're not going to.
Carmichael.
And we'll see if they do. I don't think they did because I don't think Boise State was happy with that. He did not get that off in time.
You talk about the three-point presence from Pearson Carmichael. He's 5 for 6 from three-point
My
range.
God.
From three-point range, just
Yep.
in the first quarter alone. So if that's not enough to double team him from the three-point line, I don't know what is.
I don't know at this point. And they're trying to run shade. I mean, you saw they were trying to run shade zone. They're like, to try and build that double team, it just didn't work.
I just don't understand there. I think the problem that I have with basketball sometimes is 2 seconds left. What good does it do you to contest a shot from beyond half courts? Yeah, I mean, seriously, what good does it do you? If you're like, what are we doing here?
Checking
Like,
here.
go off the court. It's over. Come
They
on.
are going to get a foul,
No,
I
they're
believe.
not.
Because I think he had points.
No, they're not. It depends. I don't think they're getting that. They shouldn't. They shouldn't because
Big
that's bang
call
bang, and
here.
the first call was no call, and we're going to halftime. So I don't think they should give them the call. Yeah, I don't believe they did. And if the scoreboard's any indication, oh, they did. They gave the foul call.
You're going to give him
They gave the foul call.
I think
on
they should foul
a.
him with 0.1 seconds left.
And I don't, if they give
Point
that
two.
foul call, I don't think they should give him the shots. Because clearly continuation.
The issue is, I think it's going to be 1-1 regardless. Because I think that just puts Duquesne in the bonus.
And I don't think it did actually.
They're gonna give him to. I'm gonna give it to him
They
out of bounds.
they called it a. What did they call it?
They called it out of bounds.
Sure. Oh, here's an alley-oop in the half to Dixon. All right, we'll get that. sorted out in a second. I don't know how they couldn't call it out of bounds because there were zeros on the clock. It was probably so they said it was a turnover. That's how it goes down on Javon Buchanan. We're going to get that sorted out at the halftime here, but at the halftime whistle, Duquesne has had the chance to cut it to single digits. They've not been able to. They trail 45-30 at the end of the first half. We're going to get our bearings. We're going to come right back to you here on DSTV. You're watching Duquesne basketball on Duquesne Student Television. Welcome back, Duquesne and Boise State here from good old Boise. And we're here in the Pittsburgh area in the Duquesne Student Television Studios, first floor, the basement of College Hall. Jack Morgan, Nick Fernbaugh, Will McDonald, we're here working overtime for you. As at the half, it is a 15-point advantage for Boise State. Listen, they were picked to finish third in the Mountain West. And hey, there's been a lot of things to discuss in this first half, but I think there's been no name more noticeable than Pearson Carmichael, guys.
Yeah, you want to start or you want me to?
It's Pearson Carmichael, obviously coming off I believe he came off the bench to start this game, and it's just lit up the scoreboard from 3-point range. I want to say he's 5 for 6 or 7 for 8 from 3-point range, and no defense, or not enough defense, rather, being played on Duquesne's end in order to contest those threes. And I mean, the way it's been going, he looks like Kyle Korver from in the first quarter, and hopefully that doesn't continue if they can double team him.
You said Kyle Korver, I just wanted to fall to the floor and cry. I'm kidding. Yeah. Obviously, I got to give all props to Boise State. They looked. It's not just that they've played really good. I know they've kind of Duquesne slowed them down defensively in the paint in the second half, but if it's not been Carmichael, it's been Drew Fielder giving them fits all over. He is 5 for 8. The two of them combined are 12 for 16. So you want to see where most of the success has been happening for Boise State tonight. It's been those two. And, oh, man. So, I mean, that's been kind of the problem. They've had one guy beat them up around the three-point line, and they've had one guy beat them consistently down low. So, I mean, it shows how good this team is, but it's also shown kind of the problems for Duquesne, especially because this was not the time to go on a complete drought in basically the last 240 to end the first half. That's just that was worst case scenario essentially. Luckily that foul that we thought was a foul didn't happen, or that would have actually been worst case scenario.
That would have been a fiasco. I don't think that was. I don't even like. I know what that is. With that, if I thought there was a couple instances where Duquesne did not get continuation. They're not exactly given too much continuation tonight. They don't usually in college basketball, but especially tonight, not getting much. I thought if they were to call that continuation and call that a 3-point foul, I probably would have lost my mind.
But
do you want to hear Pearson Carmichael's 3-point
Yeah, you highlighted
3-pointers, 2 attempts.
But you go for it.
And this is ridiculous. 1 for 4, 0 for 2. It's game by game, by the way. I'm going down. 1 for 4, 0 for 2, 1 for 1, 2 for 6, 0 for 1, 1 for 5, 3 for 6, 0 for 3, 1 for 2, 5 for 6 tonight against Duquesne in just one half of basketball. He's never taken more than 6 threes in a game. He will probably tonight. So certainly not the way Duquesne wanted things start out.
He was
and
9 for 30 before tonight.
Yeah, he's basically going to. He might surpass the. Good Lord. Anyways,
Unbelievable.
Gonna hit a quick break. I'm gonna print out a couple of stat sheets for us from that first half. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get back to you with the second half of action between Duquesne and Boise State tonight. All right, second of action underway here between Boise State and Duquesne.
I gotta set the game. I'm here. I'm good.
Turn skin, you're down low, gives to Hewley. Hewley fading away. That's a tough shot, but a heck of a make by John Hewley. He thinks there should have been a foul, and you don't have to ask me twice about that, but that's side points.
It was a great shot. I mean, falling away. I mean, John's been probably, easily the best player tonight, especially because we're going to do a halftime thing. One thing that's been really problematic for the Dukes tonight has been...
That's off him. That's going to be Duquesne ball. A turnover quick from, guess who? Oh, I thought it was Pearson Carmichael for a second. I thought that was Carmichael. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
No.
Finally, you get something against him.
No, that's a big swing for the Dukes right here, but they've gone 2 for 13 at the 3-point line.
You read my mind, dude. I was going to bring that up.
It's just killing them. I honestly think they have to change their...
Williams now. Hewley for 3. Oh, it's in and out. No good.
Again, there's the lack of offensive boards. I get it's early on in the second half, but I mean that's just been the pattern.
I would have
all
liked
game.
to see either Cam or Jakob try to crash down.
That's a foul on Ginyard. He stepped in front there. It's going to be on Ginyard. That will be foul number 1 for Terrence Ginyard tonight. 6 personal fouls in the first half for Duquesne. 8 for Boise State.
That's one. Again, it just comes down to footwork. You got to have your feet set, and he just didn't. You got Fisher trying to play mind games to John.
A couple up fakes there.
All right, here's Andrews. Andrews stepping back, fading away. No good. Rebound, Netchus. Here is Ginyard. Duquesne has a golden opportunity to push forward to start off the first half. Boise State a little lackadaisical. Netchus inside, fires at the Crawford. Crawford for 3, no good. Rebounded strongly there by R.J. Keene.
Nobody is sinking one tonight for Duquesne.
R.J. Keene looks awesome with that headband. A foul called on Jimmy Williams. That was Buchanan who was driving in. Good heavens.
That's not what you like to see right off the gate. 2 minutes in, and there are already 2 fouls. There are already 2 team fouls in to start the second half, so... Oof. Or second period, I guess. As I think that one is, I think it was Keene who drew it. And it's going to be a turnover on Fielder there.
I'm sorry. Honest to God, I've been looking at Sharon Moore stuff.
That's discussing about what happened there.
That was
and ESPN
people.
Are your friends.
People who were seeing me look over. That's why I was looking over because
it's
a rabbit hole. I don't think a lot of it can be corroborated right now. So it's a lot of just
very wild. There's a lot.
I don't think a lot of it can be corroborated, but it's wildly
like I
true.
said, Twitter and ESPN are your friend if you want.
No, mostly Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's your friend, let's be real. All right, here's Cam Crawford now. With Jakob Netchus at the top of the key. And he's spinning, driving inside. Netchus got it. It's an 11-point game. Duquesne with the first 4 points heading out the second half here with 17:40 to go now.
And this is how they're going to fight back. They got to win down low since they can't make a 3 right now.
And, I mean, you just saw it with Netchus there. He obviously made great contact, obviously got the shot to fall.
Fielder for 3. Yep, because they make 3s. Duquesne doesn't. Good God Almighty! They were middle of the pack heading into this game in 3-point shooting. In fact, Duquesne had a better 3-point shooting number than them. However, they have made every shot known to man tonight. Ginyard goes down, jump ball. Whose ball? Boise State's ball.
Figures.
Dylan Andrews will get credit there with the steal for Boise State as NATO is now subbed in for Boise State.
It looked like Terrence just slipped, honestly. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He just slipped, went down, and just tried to fall there.
There's a wet spot on the court, clearly. It needs to be cleaned up. Anyways, it's Boise State ball down by 14. Oh, man.
I think they had any subs, and I think it's still the same.
Here's NATO.
5.
Nice pass inside, and a big jam from Fielder, and 1. And just as Duquesne was starting to turn things around, things come back crashing down.
Wow. And that's just an unbelievable dunk from Fielder there.
That's
a
really
great
nice.
Vision from...
Fielder's got 13.
Trying to see who that was. It was...
Jimmy Williams. on the foul.
I think it was Neto with the pass there. And he fired a beautiful pass to Fielder there.
And Fielder's actually, got 17 now as he makes that free throw.
That's a tough way to start the
I
second
want
half.
to say the leading scorer for Duquesne is Jimmy Williams as of now. 9 points, 2 for 4 from the field, and 4 or 5.
There's Jimmy again.
Yeah.
There you go. Add to that number.
There's the double digits.
There we go. I think
You
it's
got to
only,
find some way to start slowing him down defensively.
it's the only
Just
Duke in
nothing
double
they're-
digits.
And I don't know what you throw at to try to slow him down at this point. Just nothing they've done has worked. That's going to be an open look
that's
for Keene.
No
and it just
good.
in and out, man.
That could have been a disaster.
One of the rare misses for Boise State
Yeah.
from 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Came on a little bit of luck there, and you take what you can get.
Here's Ginyard now. Keene averages a tad under 3 points a game, so more of a defensive specialty from him. Here's Hewley driving in. Took a couple extra steps. Jimmy Williams for 3 now. No good. They could have used that one. Maybe got away with a travel there, in my opinion. Wow, that's a heck of a pass from R.J. Keene. Kind of a swing man. And Fielder gets a dunk, and Duquesne calls a timeout. It's the largest lead of the game for the Boise State Broncos. They're up by 17.
Yeah, that's the thing. He saw Jakob and Terrence try to close in, and nobody picked up Fielder there. I mean, it's just going back to missed assignments.
Communication.
There's just no. I mean, it was just no communication there. It looked like both of them were calling for him.
Yeah.
And they just completely missed Fielder. And I'm not saying this to be harsh, but like, given the way Fielder's been playing, especially to start the second half, that's the one guy I feel like somebody should have had an eye on. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to pick him up if you see him driving down, which has been a pattern with Boise State tonight. Is driving in and scoring along with their 3-point presence.
Yeah.
All right, so bad news. George Washington did lose to Delaware.
Did they really?
Yep, they did.
Hey, do we want to play a fun game?
Can you do the? All right. It is now time for our wild score of the night with Nick Fernball. You got one?
Yeah, I have one.
All right, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hofstra, who is now 7-4, congrats to them, by the way, played a school named Old Westbury.
Oh my God.
They won by 69 points. Old Westbury scored 23 points in a game.
Hey, shout out the pride of Hofstra.
Oh my God.
What a game from them.
23.
He scored 23 points. They went 8 for 51.
Their leading
Pride of the CAA.
scorer had 6 points.
They had a guy shoot 1 for 11.
Can someone look up
Dang
Old
near
Westbury?
Klay Thompson elimination game numbers.
Literally. He shot 8 for 51.
They shot 8 for 51.
They did
That-
better shooting
What was the-
3-pointers.
what was their 3-point?
4 for 18. They did better.
I mean,
better
almost-
than Duquesne tonight.
Almost
Yeah,
a
literally.
25% percentage.
Yeah, casually, Westbury, Okay, can someone look up Old Westbury College, dude? I need to know what they're like.
I'd bet you
They have
it's
like
in-
500 students or something.
It's in like.
I'm sorry,
I
by
was
the way, to
gonna-
Old Westbury
no, it's-
College.
I would have bet money it's in New York, and it is.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh, is Hofstra in New York?
What's the undergrad total like? How many undergrads they?
Undergrad.
Shout out Will for the research here.
Yeah, I'm the group researcher, I guess.
Yes.
Around 4,000 undergrad students. That's a 2023 study.
Dang, they had the same amount of
We got the Michael Dixon and
Edwards,
and
Ginyard, and
Edwards checked
Netchison.
in.
Here is Edwards, top of the key, Yak for 3. Got it. That's only a third. Duquesne 3 made tonight. Jakob Netchis, he had 4 first half points, but 4 defensive rebounds for him
And Edwards will get
and a
credit
block.
for the
And there you
assist
go. There's a steal for Duquesne. Jakob Netchis fakes a 3, driving in, right hook. He airballed it.
No,
Not everyone can be
Tipped off a fielder.
I thought.
Oh, and that's somehow
I thought that was going to
Boise State ball.
That touched off Boise State.
Yeah,
I'm
tipped
not
off a
sure about
fielder.
that
I think
one.
It bounced off his hands there and went out of bounds.
They're going to
Look at
look
that.
this one
I
over.
would hope you
I mean, that
do.
might be the easiest challenge of Drew Joyce's life.
Can
Can we just discuss also the refs there? No one was like any no
urgency
apprehension
call-
to that.
Yeah, no urgency to make that call.
They were insanely confident that it was somehow Boise State's ball. That's ridiculous.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. There was a referee in that area too that easily could have made that call.
He was right there. He was right in front of the ball. He's like, whoop, this way.
Absolutely could have made that call.
Agreed. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Anyways,
It is. It's not been a great night though for Duquesne all around.
it's been a bad night for
The
the
key thing I want to
A10.
highlight. There is one guy. I know plus minus is a really bad stat in basketball, but there is only one guy.
I know. I'd venture to kind of disagree with that in circumstances.
I guess hockey's the one.
I think and also basketball circumstances. I think. I mean, a game where you're down by 10 plus. Of course, it's you're right. It doesn't matter now, but like, it doesn't matter as much now. But when you're talking about a 5-6 point game, guys coming in,
That is
he's got like a -10, but the guy on the bench is like a +5. He played less minutes.
No, I think
It matters, but
and the key thing for me is everyone has a negative, except for Dave Dixon.
Dave's
who has
giving you
played
some
9
great minutes.
He has played great minutes. Everyone else,
I forget who called.
not been great.
Who called the game for Dave Dixon in the pregame? Was it Jack? Did you call him?
No, it wasn't me. I think it might have been you, actually.
No, I called Cam Crawford.
No,
I
I think Nick
Jakob.
did. I don't know, but I think we did
brought up
talk
Dave
about.
and Jakob as like
Yeah.
a good duo, though. But I highlighted Jakob, who I think has been playing pretty. For as rough as things have been tonight, I feel like Jakob's kind of been the one bright spot in what has been kind of a tough night overall. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just not been. It's
think-
not been great shooting, and Cam Crawford's 0 for 4. Ginyard's 0 for 4.
Well, I think
Maximus
that-
has taken 7 shots, and a lot of them have not been the best
I think
looks.
2 of them he got fouled on, but
I
that's
do
beside
agree.
the
2 of
point.
them I don't think he got fouled on.
That's semi beside the point. By the way, St. Bonaventure did come away with the win over Colgate. Let me tell you this line. I told you
That's
about
good.
Frank Mitchell, right?
Yes.
19 points,
Okay.
18 rebounds.
Wow.
Frank Mitchell is a dog.
And you said GW lost.
The GW lost
To
to
Delaware?
2-6 Delaware. They're now 3-6,
But
but
the Blue Hens.
yeah, the Blue Hens, dude. I have a friend who goes to Delaware. Congrats.
And they gave the ball
Shout
to
out.
Boise.
How?
That you're gonna take that time to review that, and you still give it. To
I
Blue
can't
Hens?
believe that.
I
All right,
don't really get
maybe
that
there's
one.
an angle we're missing, but I think all 3 of us were quite on the same consensus.
No,
but
I just think they got that
Double,
wrong.
it
No
was a double
offense.
team.
yeah, wow, Dave Dixon, some great efforts. Somehow they keep it with Boise State. Now on the left high post is Buchanan, guarded by DeMichael, and I guess DeMichael fouled him.
Yeah.
I think DeMichael
I don't know
fouled him. though,
how.
yeah.
I don't know where that one was, but okay.
And Pearson.
Looked pretty like clear, like a normal back down. I don't.
And Pearson.
Maybe I'm missing something here.
Our guy Pearson Carmichael being subbed in for Boise State.
No. Oh no.
Who's ready?
Oh,
for
look at what they're
DC?
doing. They're doing plays for him. This is where things go to crap. Oh, well, that's a nice move by
And a great
Buchanan
block from
blocked.
There you go, Dave. All right.
So the shot clock ended up resetting. So there will be 15 seconds left on the shot clock here after that Dixon block. That has to be his 3rd block of the game or something. It's the first of the half, so he had it's the 2nd block. Whoop-de-doo. But they've been emphatic blocks, I'll tell
No,
you
they've
that.
been amazing blocks for what it's worth.
Here is Andrews driving in, floater. He airballed it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
And they're gonna go for a 3.
NATO in and out, or kind of rolled off the hoop. Here's Ginyard now,
I mean,
cross
now's
half
a chance to try to
courts.
slow things down.
There's Edward trying to swim through, and a foul is called.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Buchanan,
And
and
I think that's going to
Buchanan
be his 3rd, I believe.
is it?
I think he was one of the ones with.
No,
No, it was not. It was Fielder,
No, that is
Parolin, and
Buchanan's.
Carmichael.
That is Buchanan's first.
Team 9th. That's what.
You read my mind. The Mountain West, Boise. Wait, oh my, Boise State. Good Lord, Jack.
You all right, brother?
They played 10 games against the Atlantic 10 in their history, and they have won 5 and they've lost 5. So this would be a kind of 500 breaker. Foul's called again on Boise State. So
that was Neto this time.
NATO.
Is it Neto?
Neto.
Yeah.
Neto.
You were the one who corrected me off
Neto,
that,
Neto.
or you were the one who was right at first. Dave Dixon driving in strong to the layup, no good. Probably shouldn't have taken that one, but anyways,
Go way
it's
too
our
much behind it.
favorite player, Pearson Carmichael, with it spinning. He can do no wrong tonight.
No, he cannot.
He cannot. Here is Andrews with it. He wants the ball. You can
Dave.
tell. I keep a half eye on Pearson
You got too
Carmichael.
much space up there.
Okay, sure. And the foul called on to Michael. Buchanan, I guess, drew the foul. I want
guess I
to
can
ask
get that.
this.
Oh yeah, I think he shoved his elbow into
on,
his
Yeah,
jaw.
fam.
that's a good call.
That's a Joel Embiid type call, ironically.
Okay.
That's art of Joel Embiid to swing around when you feel his body close to you, like he's got the hand in the cookie jar almost, and that's a brutal missed opportunity there by Buchanan. He was wide
That was
open.
really close. Somehow
That was really
almost a miscommunication
scary.
between Ginyard and Netchus there. But
Here's DeMichael looking to make up for those couple fouls. A floater, no good. He went down as well. No foul call. I might have just ran into the guy.
I
But
think he just ran into him.
here's
And
a
a wide
nice
open
pass, and he missed it, but the foul's rather a goaltend. Yeah, because I thought that was a heck of a layup to smoke.
And NATO
I
again.
really didn't expect him to smoke a second layup.
There's NATO again with the.
Whoa, behind the
Nato's
back.
been the,
Or
like, the
no look.
key. I think it's been key tonight. His passes have been setting up so many guys for success for
Yeah.
Boise State tonight.
A couple,
NATO comes off the bench.
substitutions to
Who we
note
got?
here. One.
By the way, Javon Buchanan
West
is.
went up there.
By the way, Javon Buchanan is reigning sixth man of the year
I was like
in the
Dom
Mountain
checked in.
West. So
Yeah, substitutions to note here: Terrence Ginyard being subbed out, David Dixon subbed out, Netchus subbed out, Hughley back in the game, Alex Williams being subbed in, Dom Akins, DeMichael being subbed out, and Cam Crawford subbed
now
out.
here's Edwards for three. He's got it. Max Edwards has a three and lead back down to 13. Kind of a common stay of where the lead has been for Boise State so far in the second half. By the way, NATO averaging 20 points a game, so even off the bench, still getting a nice workload in his time at Boise State. So here's Andrews at the top to keep big few possessions here for Duquesne as we get close to the under 12. It's a layup from Andrews, no good, and no call on Edwards, who thinks
everybody
he
stood there
got
and
called. He thought he got hit in the head with an elbow, but instead Duquesne and Boise State play on with Akins at the top. Is that Akins? Yes, it is. Dom Akins gets a screen from Hughley. Akins, as Will said, very shifty. Cam Crawford driving in from the left wing, fading away, no good.
An offensive board there.
A couple guys wanted a foul call, especially John Hughley. They don't get it. It's Carmichael. Yeah, that's why it was an aggressive contest. And now a floater
Now he can make
up the.
Now he can make
I don't know
He
how he made that. I mean, that was
Make-
unbelievable contest.
can make them all mid-range.
Like
floaters,
we said-
three-point
like I said,
shots.
Down
Cannot
low
do
in the
wrong.
paint.
I don't understand.
I can't be asked at this point.
I don't know why you
Drop
keep
test
doing
gonna
comes
go for
hard.
three
Akins
and
for
no-
three, no good. It's
I
going to
think
be.
out of bounds by Camp Crawford
Oh,
there.
okay. I thought that was. Anyways, that's going to bring us to our under 12 timeout. I will say this. I've rarely seen performances like this. Fam. I don't know how he's making any of these shots. But Carmichael is. It is his night. And Duquesne, it's not their night so far.
Nope. Not at all.
Dude, I'll tell you what. This is absolutely insane.
I
Come
want
on.
to just point something out, folks. This is.
I don't understand how he's making these shots.
I just want to point this out. I'm convinced me and Jack are cursed when it comes to doing these.
Yeah, can we discuss this?
The reference I want
Add
to bring
in
this
the
up.
Phillies
Football
streams
has actually
too.
been okay. Ironically, I think we went one. Well, I guess we went 1 and 2.
Did we?
If we count Pitt, yes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Pitt, Akron, and Mercyhurst.
Pitt doesn't count, even though
And I
it
guess 1
really
and 1.
does.
We went 1 and 1. But for basketball, oh my goodness, you ready for this? Ready for the brutalness? I'm not even counting the A-10, which is going to broadcast that one. If we're counting this game tonight, I think we're 1 and 8.
You know, I'd actually, you guys have been doing this for a while now, so I'd be hard pressed to find the overall record of you guys calling these games throughout your 4 years here at Duquesne.
I think that is it.
I
Well,
think it is.
Okay.
well, see, the Philly streams. I will
I'm not
say the
counting
Philly
those. Those are bad,
streams.
and we don't need.
Those are on Nick's YouTube channel. So
So we're
listen. We can talk about those and add those in, but I don't think you do.
No.
Overall, because it's not. It's under
We're
500 as
talking
well.
about Duquesne basketball. We are. I kid you not. We are 1.
Like 3 and 7 in the Philly streams.
We are
dude, or
1
something.
and 8 on these games. It's been brutal because we
1
went-
and 8.
Yes, we went 1 and 5
Wait, so-
last year,
Okay.
and then we went
So
We lost to the Robert Morris game that we went in person. We did the Davidson
God, I
stream,
forgot about that.
Yeah.
and now
Christ.
tonight, which is not looking
Were
great.
you down in Davidson for that game, or is
No,
that-
no, we were
I
here.
did it from here.
But
I wish. I'd love to go.
that's
there.
it.
it's been
I'd like to
brutal.
go to North Carolina,
nice
man.
weather down in Davidson. I would.
Oh
assume.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I'm praying for something to change right now because man, we've celebrated one win this year. One win in our time doing this, which is just brutal.
What was our away record last year for Duquesne? That's what I'm
1-5.
No, I'm talking about like overall Duquesne's road, because I think they
Oh,
won like
it
one
not
road
great.
game. I think like literally last year they won like a singular road game.
Was it that LaSalle game?
It was like it had to have been like the worst in program history. They were 2-8 on the road,
Yeah, it's not great.
and Cool
My
Calm
God.
collected 2-4 at neutral site games. So they really
Another
stunk on the road. They stunk it up on the road. Somehow they were 9-7.
And somehow
at home.
Andrews got that rebound.
Not Carmichael.
Carmichael.
Guard him.
Double team.
Right he's
back
wide
And they
ass
left
open.
it wide open.
Got it! Oh my God! He doesn't miss. It's Carmichael again.
Can't leave him open. I don't know. Who
He's got
lost the
24.
assignment there, but
This is unbelievable. I've
That's
never seen
unacceptable.
anything like this.
you can't leave him open when that is the kind
Jimmy.
of.
All right, here's a 3 from Alex Williams. Doesn't count. There's going to be a foul on the play. Believe it or not, I think it's against Carmichael. He can do something wrong. Not many on the
9 for 10 from
on the
field.
offensive end. He doesn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong. That's what it
Carmichael.
is.
He's 9 for 10 from the
How the hell
field.
was a foul?
6 of those attempts, obviously from 3-point range. Only missing.
I
one.
gotta say, I've been disappointed with the refs tonight for Bosa. I don't know how that was a foul on Carmichael. I really don't know what he did.
I don't either.
And that's how you know I'm impartial. I'm actually like questioning calls that go
That
our
pass
way.
in.
Edwards for 3, no good. He's
Three,
taking
no
a,
good.
that's a foul on Williams, who certainly got his hand held.
Carmichael,
Carmichael, he
another
missed. A miracle has happened.
Oh,
And
Gonna
they
be a
call a
foul.
foul on Boise
I
State.
think it was
Okay.
gonna be on Keene.
Yeah.
We've witnessed a miracle here tonight, guys. He missed eighth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the second miss
Yeah.
he's had tonight.
He's made 6.
9-4-11.
And everyone in the arena knows it whenever he gets a ball. Like, I can't hear
Something good
we
is
can't
going
hear the
on.
noise, but you can see everyone within the camera shot get up and start losing their mind, which
Man.
makes God.
Sums up.
almighty.
It's just been one of those nights.
Edwards.
And that's getting fired out of
good
bounds.
lord. Yeah,
It's
this
not
is,
a good pass from Edwards.
So this ought to be a fun final 10-20.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Well, now it's Boise State with the ball here. Not Drew Andrews. I'm thinking of my brother. Dylan Andrews with it.
Andrews.
Here's Pearson Carmichael, the Duquesne killer tonight. It's like the monster in Ghostbusters, always appearing. Dylan Andrews for 3, no good.
Was that Andrews?
I'm sorry, I don't mean that as an insult, by the way, Carmichael. I swear, it's not an insult.
No.
It's a good thing, which doesn't sound like it. Alex Edwards got blocked, but foul is called. Good passing by Duquesne to draw the attention of the Boise State internal defense.
Alex Williams will be going to the line for 2.
I say that.
It was a great play. Jimmy Williams to Max to Alex, and it was just a great play overall. I mean, it's kind of frustrating because that just hasn't been kind of shown tonight until basically right now. So maybe they could get, if this team could just get one run going, this game is within reach. It's just that one run just hasn't happened.
First free throw is good. Carlos isn't happy with me because I did this.
Oh,
Ja.
there goes the buzzer.
That is the first time I've done that tonight, by the way. I just want to point out that it wasn't me.
Who day?
Who
I
dey?
think that's my dad.
Who day?
Hello.
You a Bengals fan?
No, it's a Saints thing. Who dat?
Yeah, it's no who day. It's kind of like down south.
I thought who dey
Yeah,
was.
no,
No, that's a
Dukes.
That's a Saints thing. That's
What do the Bengals do? Did the Bengals do who they think?
no, I think it's who dad for no, it's not who dad. It's,
God,
yeah.
dude, be original, man. Someone's gotta have taken that idea.
And now we're
It's
going to get to a
copyright.
big stretch. I think these 5 minutes are going to essentially determine if Duquesne has any chance of trying to make some form of a
Yeah,
comeback
for
here.
sure. I actually got a story to tell you about our jumping through tables video in terms of copyright. What a lob! Going upstairs to Aaron's. And that's an exclamation point on the game so far for Boise State in a big way. That could have been a travel on Netchus, that's for sure. Kind of threw it up in the air and then caught it again. Here's Akins now driving in. Akins strong to the hoop. It goes off of a Bronco, and it will be Duquesne ball again with 13 seconds and 9:01 left on the shot clock. Or rather, inverse. 9:01 remaining, 13 seconds left on shot clock. Good Lord. It's 10:30, fam.
It's
This
10:30
is-
and this game's been brutal.
This has not been our first broadcast this late, but it's the first one in almost a year.
And
It's
that's
off
gonna
the
go
foot of
off
Edwards. Off the foot of Edwards. Edwards drove in.
Thank you for that.
Ah. And look
There's
good.
some scuff every now and then.
There's some stuff. Edwards will go to the bench. Not a banner game, so to speak, from Max Edwards so far.
The worst
but
part is we
What's the
asked
worst
them to be
part?
better with the turnovers, and they have. They've only had 9 tonight.
that is ironically true.
And
That's,
it's just been, it's almost like they replaced the turnovers with just
Oh, look at Dom Akins.
great move.
Gets a turnover behind the
move.
back. Akins got it to go. Nice move by Dom Akins.
And there's that shifty presence again from Dom Akins that we've seen throughout
That
this
was
game.
awesome.
Yeah. Couple,
That was great.
Little fancy behind the back move.
3-point shot there.
Hey, it wasn't
and
Carmichael.
drained.
It wasn't Carmichael this time, believe it or not.
No,
it was
it was
Andrew
Meadow.
Meadow. Meadow, who's approaching 10
Another
on the
3-point
game.
attempt there.
Jimmy Williams, no good again. Duquesne has been struggling tremendously from 3. By the way, what are you doing with the possession? It's supposed to be a possession error. You don't change it every time.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's what it is. I was telling you this
Bro.
at the Robert Morris game. Like, every single possession, you just go, and I'm like, bro, it's a possession error.
I keep forgetting that's how possession errors work. Thank you for telling me that.
Well, because I switch it around, then you're like, no, Jack, this is how it goes. Like, you whisper, like, no, this is it. I'm like, it's not it.
Jakob
Duquesne
Ness's driving
gets
trolling.
on the fast break. A little nice move by Yak. A couple steps, and he lays it in. Fun fact, they're only down
By
17. Next stoppage will be our under 8 timeouts. So, yeah, I want to tell you about the copyright that we got on the Jumping Through Tables video.
We got copyrighted?
We did, but there's a caveat to it. All right, here's Nato. The lob! He went for a one-hand jam, was Fielder, but he was fouled in the process by a much smaller Dom Akins. That brings us to our media timeout with 7:14 remaining here in the second half. Don't ignore the scoreboard, which Nick is letting run.
Is this still running?
I'm kidding. I just wanted to call you out a little bit just for funsies. So we did actually get copyrighted in the Jumping Through Tables video, Thanksgiving and Tables.
Really?
However, it was allowed. So it was like copyright showed up, but it was like in like the white text, not the like yellow one. It was the owner of the copyrighted content allowed you to use it in your video, and to that I don't understand what we used that was copywritten.
I'm doing a search.
Copy
right now for
wrote?
the video.
Copyright.
Survey says. Here it is.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
This might be a one we have to go talk to Colin. I don't know what that is.
I don't understand it, but it's no biggie because I just thought it was weird. No one ever does that. They always try and get greedy and copyright strike you, and it's
Well, it's
just
not
like,
as much of
bro.
a strike. It is just a claim. No, when we get the yellow, it's a fun fact. I've had this happen to a bunch of videos on my channel. It's not as much you get a copyright strike. So here comes a fun fact. It's just that your video gets blocked in certain places. So I've had this happen a lot actually with certain songs and stuff I react to or like things I've worked on. And the one thing I've always seen, if you get that yellow triangle that gives you like the copyright, most of the time it's Russia that's blocking it. The ones I always get, it's Russia and Belarus are like the two places. It's happened to be like half a
Those
dozen times.
Slovenians love your videos.
The Kobe and Shaq.
Was it Slovakia? Yeah, literally. Belarus and Russia are the Kobe and Shaq of copywriting.
Yeah.
But was it Slovenian, Slovakia, Slovenians like your
Slovenia, I believe.
Slovenians like your videos.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
So
big
we're clearly
Silver
reaching a
Ranch
global
fans,
audience.
dude.
Then.
the reason he brings this out is because one of my videos on Silver Ranch ended up at one point being ranked in the top 50
Okay.
in Slovenia.
All right,
It
so-
sometimes happens. Sometimes, like,
So we have global viewership, is what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's on my own channel. I don't know what Duquesne See
I
television.
like the
is.
SCV has to have a couple of videos.
But we're
out
having
of
an awesome night tonight as we're sitting at. We've had a peak. I think the
Okay.
max was 15 concurrent viewers, and we were saying
Wait, I was
145
right.
total
Yeah,
views
so
tonight.
Saints is who dat
Yeah.
and Bengals is who day.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
So it's the difference of 3 letters.
Yes.
Or not even 3,
It-
2.
I was saying Who Day
Yeah.
was the Bengals. You're like, no, it's the Saints because my dad's a Saints fan. I'm like, it's Who Day's the Bengals.
no, I said who that? Did I?
Yeah, you did. I'm like,
Oh, my
what?
bad.
I'm like, my life's been a
The
lie.
fielder is good.
All right, fair enough. Now
And
that I
we're
figured,
down to
now
the
that
largest deficit of the night.
now that I've realized that my life hasn't been a lie for 21 years. Let's get back to the action. I'm about to be 22. I'm reaching young status.
What?
Karen Skinyard for 3. No
good.
good.
I think you're
It
fine,
was
dude. I'm putting-
tipped up in the air.
How did you do that, Carlo?
Wait, what did he
that's
do?
That's his backpack.
Oh God.
No, literally, this game is how I feel right now, Carlos. I can't say it, but
What a great addition Carlos has been to DST.
oh, Carlos.
All right, here we go up the other end. Ginyard to Akins. Akins stops, now steps back, gives back to Ginyard. Duquesne moving fast because screw it, they're down 19. Nice lay-by to Michael, and it's good.
Back to 7th.
He hits a huge layup to cut the lead to 17.
And Chris Paul hits a huge three-pointer to cut the lead to 43.
Yeah.
Listen,
think
it's
this
good to
is the
see
worst
DeMichael, though.
It is good to see DeMichael. Hopefully, I honestly think they're probably going to use him a lot through these, I'd say, next 3 minutes.
I think this might go down as like a top 3 worst stream we've done. Which the number 1 is Richmond.
Richmond, yeah.
Richmond was really bad.
They're
That's a
calling
foul on
Jakob on the
Netchus.
foul there.
That was a foul drawn by Spencer Aarons. There's a couple of buckets tonight. He's
Yeah,
going to
no,
line
this
for
is-
2.
This and Richmond are probably the 2 worst ones. And Dayton's the worst one in terms of frustration I've had. This has been bad from the jump. Like, we've
Have you
gotten
seen that, Will? Have you
beat.
seen his reaction to the Dayton game?
I
As
don't-
the first one is good.
I don't think I did.
Oh, you
no.
haven't?
No.
Oh, no, it was Carlos who saw it. Carlos.
No, obviously
he
this.
saw my rage out against Dayton, I believe. Yeah.
That was just because that was the game. I don't know if you ever saw it, but Duquesne actually came back and tied it, and then 2 seconds after they tied it with the layup, Dayton went down the court with like 16 seconds, and Cam
And
Crawford
the
fouled
putback's
him.
good from Yako.
He had like a lapse in judgment, he had like a Jay Williams moment or Chris Webber moment.
Yeah.
He fouled, like instead of like the timeout thing, he had like he fouled him, and the guy
a
made
tie
2
game.
free throws. No, yeah, in a tie game, guy made 2 free throws. We lost. And after the game, right after I said like, and Duquesne loses a heartbreaker, Nick just
Oh, yeah.
Showed his emotions.
No, it's not the only. It's not the worst
Right through the
punch he's
table.
had.
Okay.
It's not the worst punch he's had. He really falcon punched the table.
That was the
after
worst
the
one.
Phillies.
Ironically, it was the first Philly stream we ever did when that happened. It's the one that's not on my channel, ironically. It's on his.
Yeah, Jack Morgan Broadcasting Live. You know why I can't do it on my main YouTube account that I post like my broadcasting reels on?
What's that?
Because I was an idiot and posted like a video, like on an old app called Sportscaster. You can actually use like footage like that was copyright, right, and not get in trouble. So I tried to also stream it to YouTube. I got copyright to the moon and back.
You got a strike.
It was like 3, dude. I got.
Dude,
it was bad.
The strike 1, 2, 3. Your channel.
'Cause I just used NBA
That's why there's 3 outs.
I used like the NBA like
So real.
I used like the NBA like film room or like someone uploaded like the final 5 minutes of that game that I was breaking down. It was a good breakdown for like me 5 years ago. It will never see the light of day again. And it's ridiculous that one thing I made when I was like 13 years old is now affecting me at 21. I think it's ridiculous.
As the Michael gets
You
the
got
shot
You
there.
got a strike on your record.
Yeah, I
for
know.
being
It's
13.
insane. I literally
is.
can't go. So that's why Jack Morgan Broadcasting Live is the thing. I'm not self-centered. I literally have no choice.
He does not.
It's literally insane. But yeah, that's kind of that's why I have that second account. But I post all like my reels on because I name my YouTube and Twitter, I think, like the same thing. I'm Jack on the call because it's like continuity. As a 3 is made by Buchanan, reigning 6th man of the year, and the lead is 20.
Do I even want to look at the threes, or am I just?
I don't think you do. Hewley,
Oh, but I'm going to.
kind of lunging in there towards the hoop, and he was fouled. We'll go to the line for 2, 4:35 left in the second half. Duquesne trails by 20.
Ready for the 3-point numbers? 12, 4, 21. Don't worry though, Duquesne has took some shots as well. 22 and made 4. If that's not a
First
sign
free
of
throw's
how
no
different
good.
this game has been,
And there's a medium
I don't know
cutout.
what it is. When you're shooting over 40% from the 3-point line, it's a good night. When you're shooting over 50%, good luck. And when you shoot
18% from the 3-point line.
Carlos is going to come after my head after this game.
I don't even know.
I didn't. It wasn't me who did it in the first half. But now I just kind of. I'm having fun.
And John Hewley could.
This is why I'm at one half of the-
lead to 19.
Harley can attest to this. This is why I'm one half of the Philly Menaces. Me and Harley, or me and Carlos. Timeout is called. I believe that was on Boise State. And unless they turn it over.
So they turn it over.
What in the name of heavens happened? All right, well, hey, Duquesne looking to cut into a 19-point lead. DeMichael spinning at the charity stripe, gives Natchez on the right wing. Natchez clamped up, a little spin move. That was epic. Dom Akins for 3, no good. Rebound off the backboard. Natchez can't get to it, showing incredible fight, though. But guess who got the rebound?
Boise.
Pearson DeMichael. But yes, Boise State. Down low, Buchanan. And down goes Dixon. No call. And inside the rebound and 1. That was Dominic Parolin.
I mean, where
Holy
have they
moly, Mary Mother Macron.
Jack, no.
Clear foul there.
Sure.
No, it was a clear foul. I think it was on DeMichael, I believe. And
Carmichael
he gets the
is.
break.
Yeah, that was immediate timeout. Carmichael is 9 for 12 and 6 for 8 from 3.
I just want to lie down on the floor and just be sad.
All right, we're going to go to break. We'll be back after this to finish this one off. You're watching Duquesne basketball here on DSV. A little late night action. We'll bring it to a close right after this.
We're doing the bit. On the floor. Someone else gets started.
Welcome back. Duquesne and Boise State. There's Nick Fernball. Never ask a man his salary.
Or Nick Fernbaugh, what happened in the Duquesne
Yeah.
Boise State game. What a Duquesne game does to a man.
Hi, guys. I'll be Nick's mouthpiece here. Hi, guys. I'm on the floor.
And sad.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm coming back.
Here's Dom Akins.
Nick Fernbaum
In the left
How
making
they
his-
make another bucket? Wow, was
You know, everyone just clear herself off the table. Let's just have Nick lay down on the
Yeah,
table.
exactly.
And it's turned over. It's going to be showtime for Pearson Carmichael. He did dunk it. He got up. And everything has been going right for Pearson Carmichael tonight as we get the ritual of spam clicking from
I had to do it at
Nick
least.
Furbaugh. Yeah.
I haven't
You
done
had
it many
to.
times tonight, but I had to do it tonight. But shout out Carlos for making this all happen tonight behind the scenes. He's been great.
Celebratory one.
And-
DeMichael made it from
There's
beyond
an
the arc.
3.
What have you made? Like 5?
And Jake DeMichael hit the 3 to cut the lead to 20.
Oh my God, we have made 5. You can count the
That
amount
is
of
truly
threes
the
that
Chris Paul
Duquesne
meme in a
made.
nutshell right
Yeah.
there.
The amount of threes that Duquesne made, you can count them on one hand.
Really?
You need all 5 of those fingers, but you can't
What a-
count it on one hand. Give me a high five. This amount of threes that Duquesne has made.
Is there
That's
call
gonna.
another
Oh
foul?
gosh, that Boise State guy almost
Yeah, could've-
fell on the ball.
Yeah, could've
Yeah,
been
that could have
very
been really
bad.
bad.
That would have been wild. Good lord. Let's see what the foul call is.
Looks like it's going to be on
Kickball
kickball.
on Big John. Big medication. Yes, those are his 2 nicknames.
Are those actually his name? Are those actually his nicknames, or are you just making? Are you just
No, it is. They are actually his nicknames.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I promise you, I'm not making up Big
because
John.
the big medication. That's a tough one to.
That is
to try to justify.
No, that is actually Big John, the big medication. It's well, that might be my favorite nickname in all of college basketball. Is that here's a 3 from Akins, a step back, no good. Akins is getting some quality minutes here. I'll tell you what, I like playing Dom Akins because I love his upside as a freshman.
Yeah.
And getting him this experience is only going to help you if he chooses to stay down the road. Blocked by Netchis on NATO. A little
Dang.
fun here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Akins. Oh, I tried to lob it for Dave, but it was deflected by a Boise State Broncos. Buchanan on the break and a foul on Akins. Got his hands too far into the cookie jar.
Good one. Good reference there.
Thank you, sir. Buchanan's going to the line, by the way.
As we're getting close to the end of the night, I want to just give a shout out to. Oh, man.
Yeah, wow,
We
dude.
had a few
Shout it.
people.
Yo,
Tyler
Thrutch.
Copley and Lucas
What's
Hubbard.
good, Thrutch? Lucas and
Nice
Thrutch.
Pettis.
Yes, I do. Me and Lucas made a trade the final week I was eliminated. He was not. And I almost cost him the playoffs because Jonathan. I traded Jonathan Taylor, George Pickens, and Tyler Warren. All 3 of them had bad weeks. DK Metcalf, I got in return. CMC was on bye, but he's going to be back next week. DK had a game.
Yeah. Again, you're
Brock Bowers had a game, and I did beat him by like almost 40.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
So
I'd say you got a good haul in return.
You
I
definitely
did, yeah.
DK, CMC, obviously having great years.
And George Pickens hasn't scored under 10 since I think the opening week. He
Yeah.
scored under 10 that week when he almost lost out of the playoffs. That hook from Netch is no good. A minute and a half remaining. I don't know when our next. I gotta look at this when our next broadcast.
I think
is,
we
but-
might have one more. This time it might just be me and Will on the,
Yeah.
on the call here for Nevada.
Oh yeah, definitely looking forward.
Nevada.
It is a later starter time, I believe.
Never-
To it.
It is
Nevada.
10 o'clock tip.
10 o'clock tip off, so
Nevada.
2 of us are going to have to be.
You guys might have to talk to Dupo because we got a Dupo warning. The last time. Another warning.
I
Okay.
thought you meant right now. I'm like,
No, small.
Okay.
We're about an hour away from that probably because we were here for the March Madness stream one night and it was
Yeah.
probably like 12.
I think it was-
I don't even think it was 12 yet. I think it was like 11:15, and you just hear a knocking, and then at that tiny 4x4 square, imagine just looking there and seeing a police officer in full uniform. I almost fell out of my chair. Pretty sure you can hear the interaction on
And apparently
on
the
the
rest
live
are going
stream
to go
too.
look at something.
Yeah.
What are they looking at? I don't know.
I hope it gives us more time to interact. Is there anything going on?
Oh, it
that's
looks like
it.
it should have been a foul on Terrence there.
Yeah.
But they just-
it looks like a hand to the face almost.
I think they're looking to see if that was anything further than a tech, right? I guess is probably what they're looking at.
Oh, goodness.
That'd be wild.
As we're getting ready for the night to wrap up, I mean, what do we want to highlight tonight? I feel really bad because you guys highlighted, I think, two of our better players, and
Yeah. Well,
they didn't make a shot either of them.
I mean, to start, the lack of offensive rebounding was probably one of the most prominent themes of this game. I mean, you have that. You had the lack of defense from the three-point line. Obviously, you let Carmichael have a legacy game on his end.
Yeah.
But a lot to work on if you're the Dukes, and hopefully you get a bounce back win on your West Coast trip against Nevada on Saturday.
That would be
I think
ideal.
it's Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
This has been one of the toughest nights. I can't lie, and I feel bad, folks, because one, it's Will's debut.
Hey, I'm happy to be.
He's doing a great job tonight.
You know, honestly, I think it's perfect. Really, given the fact that we haven't had great luck in live streams. I guess
these last
the
2 weeks were
universe says,
Yeah.
why would it change if we bring in new blood?
No, but to your point, thank you again for having me on. I'm happy to be here. Obviously, a dream of mine to be calling a basketball game, and for the first one to be a Dukes basketball game means a whole heck of a lot.
And you're gonna have a lot more of these, so don't worry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to all of them.
Someone's got to carry this on when we leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Next
We got
semester, fam. Someone's got to do it. But yeah, seriously, appreciate Will being here tonight. You will see more of him as we move along this season. I will say, so I guess the next stream is Nevada. Then after that, we are on break. However, I guess the next stream is probably Fordham on January 17th. That's a pillow fight game. Oh,
Oh no.
12:30 on Saturday.
Apparently, Neto is gonna go to the line for a technical
Yeah, I guess I called it a T.
on Garrett and Ginyard.
He got a hand shoved in his face, and he gets a technical for that.
I got nothing tonight.
That's rubbish.
That's ridiculous. How? I really don't understand.
I watched
dude.
Duquesne get blown out this.
They called alternating?
Okay. That is
Fam.
I don't think I've ever seen
That's
that
an
in
interesting
my
call, yeah.
4 years of watching.
Got hit in the
Duquesne
face
basketball.
and he missed a second free throw. He made 1 and 2. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that is-
You know what? I'm going to get my anger up by doing this.
He did. Ladies and gentlemen, after the stream, Carlos will probably kill Jack. So.
Carlos won't come back to producing streams.
Might need to get Brendan.
Carlos, we love you. Nah, dude. Brendan, I don't know if
Yeah.
we can have Brendan producing streams or else.
Oh no! And then
The stuff that
the Michael
Carlos
might be going
putting
to the
up.
line
For 3?
for three.
Trace. This has been the longest final 2 minutes of a game. I
is.
couldn't
I
remember.
swear
That
God.
isn't close.
God, this is the basketball way. I'm convinced.
Dude,
Games will go really fast, and then the last 2 minutes hit, and I promise you, happy to be here. Appreciate it, Carlos. But
Please don't leave us, Carlos.
first free throw is good from the Michael. So we are now down to.
I don't want to go back to having to have Nick run into the studio and
those are always funny.
studio and pause it.
The Silver Ash clips were hilarious.
Make a mad dash back into.
Bro, it really was like that.
Now the TriCasters just be wireless, so we can just bring it out here and just
There
play
is
it
a way
and
to
slap
do
it
it.
here.
I just don't know how to is the
I
issue.
just slapped like a GoPro on or something like that.
And of course the last.
That'd be really funny. What we
Yeah.
should do if we ever have to do that, that
course, the
one
last
day
free throw
cameras,
is
we
it.
should like move back here and just cut to. Actually, we couldn't do that because there wouldn't be any. Dang it! If you could see it, it'd be hilarious. There's a layup from it. We're going deep into the bench. Oh God, help me.
I didn't see who made that.
Razan Bergerson.
And there's gonna be a foul for. I believe that was Aaron's.
Fuck. 49-1.
This is what happens when a game gets out of hand, dude.
The wheels are falling off.
The wheels.
That's what happens.
Really fall it off.
They always do though. Like the game. Duquesne has won 1 game, and they're
Aiken breaks
Aiken's
another
breaks-
3 free throw.
They won 1 game when we've been calling these, dude. You notice the wheels don't fall off when we keep a closer win.
You know the
I mean, this is how tonight has went.
Yeah.
45 seconds remaining here in this one in a game where Duquesne just got thoroughly beat up. And uh-oh, Carmichael has a ball. I wonder what will happen here. Of course, that pass worked. And a foul's called on DeMichael. I thought he was going to just shoot it right upon gaining access to the ball. Okay, we're doing the...
we're doing the close-ups.
All around me are familiar faces.
Okay, buddy.
First free throw is good.
I forgot I
All
still have to do
around
my
me.
forgot I still have to do my job.
All around me are familiar. Enough.
Oh, God.
There's the buzzer.
Back to the wide shot. Aiken's shot is denied. So 25.1 seconds left. I mean, there's about like a 1.1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
You can just
Try and
turn
get it.
off.
Try and. Oh my goodness. DeMichael went
Bad depth
flying
of the
like a giraffe jumping in the
I
air.
got nothing for that one.
Dixon to DeMichael, who lays it in.
Hey, DeMichael
Okay,
finishes
that
at
was
least tonight on the
crazy on the
somewhat
bottom
strong
left.
note, getting a double-digit night.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who saw the guy in the bottom left corner just like
I did not.
jut out onto the court. I thought it was a fight,
And
but it was
that
actually just a handshake. So that'll do it.
Be
Duquesne loses this
game.
one, 86-64, in what can only be described as a disappointing result for the Dukes. So we'll be back at it Saturday on the road against the Nevada Wolfpack. Like it's right. Yes. I think I told this about 5 different times on camera about how I got in trouble in high school for calling someone, one of my friends, a giraffe.
Forgot about that story.
So yeah, no, that tends to happen. I tend to use the word giraffe because it's just so funny.
No, yeah. I mean, I guess let's start with some post-game stuff, kind of wrap it up. I mean, I'll start with you, Will.
Yeah.
What do you think worked for Boise State tonight that pretty much let them thump us up, up and down all night
on
long?
Boise State's side of the ball, they obviously had the 3-point game going for them. They obviously took advantage of the numerous offensive rebounds that they were able to grab, and they really just never took their foot off the gas. They obviously, I mean, the closest lead that the closest to Boise State that Duquesne was for most of the game was 4 points, and Boise State again never really took their foot off the gas. So
Nah, it's a really frustrating result. And honestly, the worst part about this, who he's referring to here is this man.
Bucko.
What
Bucko's crazy work.
for me, I want to highlight something. It's frustrating because it feels like, in place of the turnovers, which they've had so many through the season, this was a great night. They were actually so efficient with the ball, and in turn, I felt like it just led to them getting sloppy in other spots. The amount of times we talked about it, almost at least half dozen times tonight, of just big time missed assignments. If it wasn't
Yes.
double teams where there shouldn't have been double teams, there was just certain times where if it wasn't Fielder, it was Carmichael just absolutely making life miserable for us.
There he
And
is.
it
look
was-
through the
Can't
post-game.
escape him.
who's shocked? I'm not. When you go
Shocked I am
when
not.
you go 10 for 13, I'm not shocked this happens. But as a whole, I think
God, he
in terms
actually
the
did.
defense was just. I'm gonna be real here. I'm not saying this to be harsh. This was the worst defensive showing I've seen
Oh, now
in
when
the
they
4 years I've been here. It just there was nothing that went right in this game, like defensively at least. I think there were some bright moments on offense, minus the horrific 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
But the defense
I
was so
see
bad
where it
tonight.
comes from, but I also think that to act, we shouldn't be shocked
No,
at this, and I think acting shocked is would ignore the 80 they gave up against a team like Sacred Heart, the 81 they gave up against Queens, albeit overtime, but they let them come back in that game in a massive way, giving up
93
70.
deal.
The 93 Northeastern, that's my worst.
for me it was the
I mean,
80 they
dude,
gave to
that-
Central State.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm not shocked at that. You're going to give up points. You win games in shootouts. That's your MO now. Clearly, we know this. All right, it's not a shocker. I'm not going out there anymore expecting a defensive showing. And I don't think this game, I think towards the end, I think a lot of it got out of hand. I think you can credit to an incredible shooting performance from Pearson Carmichael. So I'm not exactly worried.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly worried about the defense. I think we know what it is. At this point, I'm not annoyed about that. What I am annoyed about is the 5 of 25 shooting threes. And it's not that I think they should stop shooting them. It's that I think they should make them. And I swear to God, if they shoot 20% from three-point land in conference play, they're going to lose a lot of games. Because in this era of college basketball, you have to make threes. And Duquesne has guys that should and can make threes and have made threes in years past. So they need to figure that out. The inconsistent shooting is, you cannot have that.
No, and I think
That's where my problem lies. That's my final thoughts.
And I think the worst part about it was, like I said, we highlighted 3 guys, and like the worst part is, like I said, I think you guys highlighted phenomenal players, 2 great starters who have been having solid years. They went 0 for 10. 0 for 6 at the 3-point line and scored 1 point. And they played. Now, Cam, I know, only played 13 minutes. Ginyard played 31 and managed 1 point. You can't. If the amount of points you score is the same as the amount of turnovers you have, that's just really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crap.
Boise Bronco. All right. Final thoughts, guys?
I guess I'll let you go first since I said a lot already.
I mean, truly just final thoughts, just rehashing the offensive lack of offensive rebounding for Duquesne, and again, 20% from three-point land isn't really going to get you anywhere in today's modern college basketball landscape.
Yes.
But I mean, I have faith that the Dukes will bounce back, if not against Nevada.
I like how you have faith.
I would hopefully be.
I like how you have faith in the streams.
Yeah, you know, I do have faith in the streams. I believe Duquesne's a better basketball team than this, and
That's
I agree.
why we need new blood in the streams, because I sort of got. I'm not.
This
Listen,
was
you're
great.
right. You're right, though. Absolutely. On
And
that.
I guess to wrap it up, he believes better offense. I'm going to preach on this because it's not as much about the amount of points they gave up. It's the amount of bad looks that killed them. The amount of times people were just wide open. That can't keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because I genuinely, it didn't happen against Stony Brook. I don't think it happened against William & Mary. I think William & Mary benefited from a lot of, Dukes got to step it up essentially. But I think deep down, the amount of wide open looks Boise had tonight, that cannot happen. When you go in the conference play, you will get mauled by Davidson. You will get mauled by Richmond, who
VCU,
has amazing
George
big
Washington,
men.
yeah.
You will get mauled by Bonnie's. You will get mauled by Dayton and VCU and Mason.
Frank Mitchell's going to have 30 rebounds against us.
Robbie Avila will torch us when we play St.
Robbie Avila's going to have like 20 assists, 30 points, 50 rebounds.
He'll have a Jokic legacy game against us. The wide open looks have to communicate better going into down this final stretch. And I don't know if it just means even if it's just playing a tight game against Nevada.
Yep.
And they lose, I could stomach that. I can't stomach this. This was a really bad result for what it's worth.
Yeah, Duquesne head into this one with high expectations. They leave with more problems and questions than answers, and it's not even close. The ratio very far off. So that'll do it for our coverage here. Duquesne basketball on DSTV. Thank you to Will for joining us for the first time. He will be around a lot more on these streams. Nick Fernball, you can't escape me. We will continue to roll them out.
And then, of course, to be ready for Phillies as well. This is like a warm-up for us for the Phillies when we go crazy.
Yep, we need the break from the Phillies. Anyways, that'll do it. Jack Morgan saying so long from the College Hall studio in the basement of McAnulty Liberal Arts College in Pittsburgh. Jack Morgan saying so long. Have a good night, everyone. Duquesne loses this one 86-64.